You call that radio?
Makes coherent sense.
As you call that radio TV, we are live from, hi, it's called Radio TV. I hope everyone's very well. This is the 6th annual Poetry Slam on You Call That Radio. We've picked the 8 best poets in the world, and somebody's going to be crowned the best poet in the universe. And once you win the best poet in the universe, you get to go into the Scottish finals, which will be at the Panopticon in February. And you can also perform at the Fiction Burn Supper on the 31st of January, if you like, as well. I'm going to go first to our Carol Vodderman, Sammy B, and Majiko, the cat. Is Majiko there? Is Majiko ready?
He's floating about the living room, the new, going to have a wee bite to eat, and then I think she'll join us later, Mark. But thanks for having me back to keep those scores.
We just mentioned the Fiction Burn Supper there briefly. It's the 15th anniversary. It's Slay. Yep. Do you know what I decided to do today? Since it's a special night, for tonight only, for anyone that fancies going, we're just going to make tickets. We're rewinding back to 2010 prices, so it's a £5 in. That includes haggis and a drink as well, a wee nip as well. What is the Fiction Burn Supper?
That's a bargain, Mark.
Quick, what is the Fiction Burn Supper in less than 20 seconds?
The Fiction Burn Supper is an alternative burn supper hosted by Mark McG and myself, and it's a chance for you to come and share your poetry, your playing the spins, the tambourine, doing what you want basically, but with a wee twist of burns in it and as well to celebrate the bard. It's the best night in the tune, the best burn supper you'll ever be at. There you go. Was that within 20 seconds?
That was close enough. It was close enough. Sammy B, thank you for checking the scores, making sure that everything runs smoothly. Let's go to our first judge. Sorry. First judge we have is Martin Windebank.
Hello.
Celebrating 6 years as a judge on You Call That Radio. I thought it was 5, but it's the 6th one.
Wow. I did wonder, and now I know, but wow.
What is poetry, Martin?
Poetry is feeling. It's a sense of communication to the sort of deeper side of something you might not be able to express in, with your kind of common, normal words. Let's just say. So, poetry, yeah, it's like the music of the inner soul.
Right, brilliant. And Jim Monaghan,
yes,
is back.
Hello.
6 years we've been doing this shit.
It feels like fucking 26, to be honest.
What is a poetry slam, Jim?
A poetry slam is a blood sport. It's people come together to share their poetry in front of other human beings, and through that audacity, they are ripped apart and judged harshly.
Jim Monaghan, and our third judge, Wendy. Hello, Wendy. Thank you for joining us as a last-minute special guest judge.
I'm here to judge you all.
Would you just like to introduce yourself to the viewers?
So I'm Wendy. I'm a poet and playwright and a Govan Hill resident. I run a night called Versailles once a month in Bossa. Come
Amazing.
along. The next one's probably going to be in January or February, the third Thursday of the month.
Brilliant. Thank you, Wendy. And I think we're just going to get in with the poetry. Lots of great poets. We have a sacrificial poet, I believe, ready. It's Don Jenkins. Hello.
Hello. How you doing? You all right?
Donald.
Half Geordie, half Scotsman.
That's me.
Yes, wearing the Stanley on today. So what we thought we'd do is we always like to start with a sacrificial poet, just to show everybody how everything works. So if you're watching or if you're a poet backstage, this is how it goes. So I would spin the wheel, like this is the wheel here, and then it goes Donald Jenkins, and then Donald Jenkins would take to the stage. And we don't have any rules as such, so you can swear, you can do whatever you want as a poet. But we do. What do we think about the 3-minute rule, Jim?
I think it's crucial. If you're going to enter a slam and you're told it's 3 minutes, then you should prepare that 3 minutes. If you go as much as 1 second over, I'll be taking points off.
But it doesn't always take points off. It's worth clarifying that. And Jim's probably the grumpiest judge of the lot. So if your poem goes a little bit over 3 minutes, it's not the end of the world. But we have to put this in place because some poets rip the utter piss out it and give us 10 minutes each poem, and we don't have time for everyone to do 10 minutes. So
Mark, I'll be keeping the time, Mark. Don't worry.
Yes.
Stopwatch.
So Sammy B has a stopwatch there. Sammy B has the scores,
ready.
and also a magic 21-year-old cat called Majiko, who we'll see in a little moment. Don Jenkins is a sacrificial poet. How you doing, Don? In fact, just take it away. We're going to just start your time. Begins now.
It's going to be more than 3 minutes. Anyone a fan of rave music? Anyone fan of recreational drugs? Well, back in the 90s, I never took about it for 1 second that I was actually indulging in a substance. It was originally invented by a guy called Anton Kolisch in 1912, who was a German chemist who had actually been trying to develop a compound to stem heavy abdominal bleeding, but ended up making a love drug in the process. Little did he know that just a few years later he would be killed in the Battle of Somme in World War I. And as he lying there amongst all the soldiers, he didn't have a single idea that the amazing impact his creation would have on the world. It was then created again by a guy called Alexander Sasha Shulgin, who was a German pharmacologist. He was an American pharmacologist who used it in marriage therapy because they found that people were much more likely to willing to open up when under the influence of the drug. And it was also kind of a bit of a weird drug, a drug that he would actually call his low-calorie martini, because it's a culture of recasting a substance which has been recast many, many times. Because if you've ever tried to pronounce methylene dioxymethamphetamine, you'll realize it's a bit of a mouthful, so it gets shortened to MDMA, or better still, the feeling it gives you, ecstasy. And this is my ode to MDMA. You bless weekends with meaning. Your kindred met on backs of rubs, hugs, off their lips encounters. You anointed pleasure points, molded every soul inside to be my mate. You face buckler, keeping Wrigley's in business, goon puller, worthy of horse collar frames. You cradled ravers chewing their merry-go-rounds, free jokers to let loose in Batman caves. You borrowed orator, joyfully spouting cod shit, penny dropper, finding out everyone was fluent. You saturated confidence, dripped empathy, opened up all who paid your membership fee. You injector of energy, breaking speed limits in shape-dishing space arenas, hearts pumping at rates of 0 to 300. You forever found the solution to the kick drum conundrum, swore only one answer, let limbs speak loudest. You celebrated your gender transformation. You were Adam, Mandy, Malcolm, and Molly. Let fashionable brands be indebted to your torso, a back tattoo of free product placement. You fermented arsehole, lodged in my throat, sherbet's evil twin never tasting better with age. You dressed sometimes whole or even half, your aftermath digesting in quaking palate. You were born to your stepfather, Sasha Shulgin, your primary test subject for mind and spirit. A low-calorie martini sipped on train trips to Reno. You salvaged marriages till the come-down kicked in. You're still received in unholy communion. Your flock return for what you'll give them. You're a set of lungs that breathes compassion. You're a pair of wings in an ascent to rhythm.
Brilliant stuff, Don. We're going to get the judges. Let's go to the judges. Let's go. Let's start with Martin Windebank. Let's go.
Hey, how you doing, man? It's good to see you. I mean, yeah, it's always a pleasure to hear your stuff, man. Yeah, well, it is a baffling concept that the research and development of these things, and then what it becomes in the social fabric of the times, you know, and the evolution of it. Because I mean, I'm pretty old now, so you know, my party days are a bit behind me now, you know. But you know, back in the day, you know, I heard about such things, and yeah, there was you know, obviously there was a, you know, there's a romance there, you know, and amongst all of that, you know, I mean, there's a lot of science, but you know, there's energy, and there's a beauty in the connectivity that, I mean, is it real, you know? Because in the aftermath, people, I don't know, it's like it's a separate experience from your day to day, let's just say. So I don't know, for a score for that one, I appreciated what you did, and I thought it was like 8 out of 10. Thank you very much.
An 8 out of 10, says Martin Windebank. High score straight away. Jim.
That fantastic piece of history, Donald, really well done. And so it was such an important drug. It turned Neds into nice people. It turned shit bands into good bands as well. I don't know if you've ever heard the Shaman before they took ecstasy, but it was. I really appreciate it. So I was quite intrigued by the way you used metaphor and analogy in there as well. It was really, really good. For me, really, really good is usually about 5.5 out of 10, but I'm going to give you 6.5 because Donald, people may not know, is the only promoter I've ever known that pays poets sick pay. So he gets 6.5, I think.
It's like the highest one ever, man.
That is a very high score. Bribery seems to work. Wendy.
So, as a child of the rave generation, that's something that kind of chimes with me a lot, that poem. I think it's got a kind of universal appeal. Maybe not universal, but to people of my generation, certainly. Some good rhymes in it, some great energy. It's a social and cultural history piece, so I'm going to give that a solid 7.
Amazing. And then we're going to go to the scores and the doors, and here's, as you can see, Sammy B scribbling away here with her supercomputer, her calculators,
Abacus.
and an abacus. Yeah.
But can I just say, Donald, I really enjoyed that poem, and can I also tell you your preamble was 1 minute 20, and your poem was 1 minute 39. So within the 3 minutes, pal.
Nice.
And the scores total for Donald is 21.5.
21.5. 21.5. So if Donald was actually in this competition, he'd be a favourite to win. But sadly, we're just going to kick him off the show because he was a sacrificial poet. Donald has you've got something to plug though. You've got you've been taking your show on tour and it hits Glasgow in February. So tell us a little bit about that before we start the show properly.
Certainly, yeah. I've got a new book out called Still Moving in Your 40s. It's just to the weird tales from the sweaty underbelly. Scotland and Newcastle had a very joint sort of shared theme. So there's lots of kind of crossover with that, fans of Resurrection and fans of like just kind of like old school hardcore rave music, free parties, and all the kind of highs and lows that go with it, and whether or not you can still do these things as you get older. And if you're just interested into subculture in general and how music impacts us, our identity, and the highs and lows involved in that as well, there's something that's kind of more universal. But it's a piece of spoken word theatre. It's a show. It's about an hour long. It's got loads of rave music in it, loads of funny visuals, and it's kind of half spoken word, stand-up comedy theatre. And we've done some really good shows. Did a good one at Sketchy Beats in Edinburgh and went down well. Views from that, and glad to be bringing it.
Go on, Rosa.
On the 5th of February, which is Thursday night. Yeah, great. Share it up, and if that was a piece of the show that you just heard there, done really fast.
The 5th of February, is that right? Thursday, the 5th of February. Articles.
Wow, cool. I need that book. That looks good.
Yeah. Listen, Willie, the Bruin style size of book. So yeah, and got another bag. So.
Nice one, Don. I'll see you in February the 5th at McCool's. Looking forward to seeing Still Raving in your 40s there. Nice one, Don. Okay, so everyone understand. This is how tonight's going to go. So we're going to spin the wheel, get our first poet, and officially begin it. Let's go. So are you ready, Sammy?
Yeah, ready. Spin the wheel, spin, spin, spin the wheel, poetry. See whose name is first. Who is it?
It's Evelyn.
Evelyn, right? Here we go.
Evelyn, who was actually Evelyn K Stewart. You have 3 minutes. Take it away.
I am a Frosty's fueled BMX bandit. Wheel reflector shimmering, bouncing off the dirt. Diet Coke and 7-Up spilled all down my shirt. I'm a skinned, kneed, snot bubbling adventure artist. Collecting stones and stickers, stickle bricks and Star Wars figures. A sherbet licking, popping candy addict. I'm a 6-foot fencing climber, an acrobatic high flyer, chomping on Hubba Bubba off the pavements while slurping on slushies, a punk rock mohawk follower. I'm a Cabbage Patch Kid, a Care Bear hugger, a runaway crusader, sliding under garage doors, spinning on ropes, jumping into creosote like it's all about fashion. I'm a digestive biscuit stomper, patio painter, foot dancer, baseball cap, cycle short wearing, tie-dye t-shirt inspiration, fueled on cremola foam, a marathon bar and jelly tots. I'm a headband wearing karate kid, waxing lyrical, a play park banshee clinging on to pound puppies whilst munching on rainbow drops. I'm a trampoline addict, a Kirby playing expert, basketball supernova, a den building architect, Adidas wearing sprinter and master of the universe. I am Fraggle Rock, a Sesame Street addicted maniac, cutting hair and plaiting My Little Ponytails of Thundercats. Ho! Sugar puffed out. I'm a shell suit survivor, a pog collecting garbage pail kid with sticky push pop fingers, getting sugar high on panda pops whilst flying through the sky on rollerblades. I'm a Wambar addicted space hopper, Madonna listener, pink elephants and lemonade drinker, sweatband wearing, A-Team watching, transformer. I am Back to the Future, whizzing through time, hairspray and lycra, fingerless gloved, moonwalking goonie, phoning home on a phone box whilst waiting for the street lights to come on.
Amazing stuff. That was Evelyn K Stewart. Oh, yeah. And we go to our first judge. It's Martin. Martin
Windebank. I like that. So I feel like I've been walking Goonie sometimes, you know. Do you know what I mean? It's good times. Appreciate all that because I feel like it definitely appeals to me because I guess I'm formed of a lot of that stuff that you've just mentioned. So, you know, being from the 80s and a bit of the 90s, I guess, that I remember as much of that. But yeah, I really liked it. I liked all the references. It was like a kind of voyage through time and through, I don't know, like there are a lot of things I liked that I'd forgotten about, I guess, you know, and you know, it was nice. It made me dance in my mind as I was listening to it, and I liked the kind of flying through the sky and rollerblades image, you know. And there's a lot of good imagery, and I appreciated it. And for a score, I really liked it. I'd say it was an 8.5.
8.5, very high indeed.
That's because you know, that definitely appeals to me. That you're really, I guess I'm your audience here, so for sure.
Jim.
That was great, Evelyn. Could have done with a wee summary to describe what it is you are, because some of the cultural references I didn't get. So I really wasn't sure whether you were saying, are you a child of the 80s, child of the 90s, or what it was that all these things added up to. But I enjoyed some of the references, enjoyed some of the use of words was really good as well. And I just really 6 foot, but also it's kind of a lot of it went over my head a wee bit because I'm not somebody. I'm somebody a bit older, but yeah, I'll give it 5.5.
5.5.
5.5.
5.5 is a high score from Jim. Wendy.
I'll give it 6.5, I think.
6.5. Any feedback?
I loved all those cultural references. Yeah, there was a lot of clever wordplay. There was a lot of great rhythm in it as well. Yeah, I felt like maybe I don't know. I thought maybe it was going to go somewhere at the end, but that's okay that it didn't. I love a list poem. It was great, great work, and really, really well performed. Well done.
Brilliant stuff. Okay, Sammy, have you got a final scores and scares and the dares?
I just say the time was 1 minute 55, and the total scores added up are 20.5.
Nice one.
Ooh.
Well done, Evelyn. And we go back to the wheel and see who's
Here we
next.
go. Take Evelyn's name out. Spin the wheel of poetry. Who's gonna be up next?
Oh, it's close.
Ooh.
It's Lynette Shaw. Lynette, welcome. Welcome.
Hi, this is called Old Women's Ship. So perimenopause, they call it. So see you 20, 30-year-olds, you enjoy your periods and your cramps, because this perimenopause is a fucking trip. Sweat, it drips through your body like the Kelvin's running through you. At night, it's so bad, like you've pissed the bed. So you change your sheets and your jammies, not an ounce of dignity left. On the insomnia, that's a bloody treat. Not. Then comes the rage. It's so intense, like Lucifer has reared his ugly head. I liken it to Lucifer because it's like flames from below, because it's so, so hot from your head to your toe. Now the brain fog, that's a delightful treat. Feeling like you're losing your goddamn mind. Where the fuck are my keys? Mom, you've burnt the dinner. Aye, right, hen. I forgot the oven was on again. So let's try explaining this shit to a man. It's like driving a car up a dead end. Now I've had my rant. It's 4:30 a.m. I'm going to go back to sleep. Put my fan on full pelt. It never fucking helps. Oh, and I always look forward to tomorrow. To the alarm to get up, no energy, could sleep all day. Let's put on a fake smile, ladies. Keep that crazy bitch at bay. So it's good night from me, a 40-year-old, crazy, perimenopausal, rabbit old bitch. And I'm hot, also fucking hot. I'm told we go through this for 10 agonising years. Now the next bit, the good news. You get a vagina so dry like prunes shriveled in a bag when the real menopause hits. So ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you this. Being a woman is the fucking pits.
On Windebank.
I think it's an important insight I think that's where poetry is really powerful, because you probably couldn't just tell somebody all of that easily. Sorry, man. That was
funny.
I mean, actually, wow. I mean, I think it's important that we address these issues, to be honest, and it is a good vehicle for it. I do appreciate it, and there was some imagery in there. I can't, I'm trying to compose myself.
You've no words.
There was a shock factor, I guess. You did mention how to explain this to men, and I guess that I'm just experiencing it. I feel like I was kind of dropped right in there as the next slide from you, So, but no, I do appreciate it.
Are you ready for your close up?
Yeah, thanks, Mark. Cool. But yeah, appreciated it, and I think it is a valuable insight for us to know about these things, because we don't know, and it's we should have more compassion about it. You know what I mean? And thank you. So yeah, for a score, I think it's good. Poetry wise, it's very vivid, and I really feel like I learned a lot. So I'll give you a 7.7.
7.7. Jim Monaghan, what you got to say about it?
That was fucking depressing, man, to be honest. I was, and as far as imagery goes, there's a few images in there I didn't really want to have in my head. But yeah, I'm 62, so all of my female friends tell me this stuff all the time, so it's not really an insight for me, but it's kind of, it is important it was out there. I thought that sometimes it was a wee bit disjointed in terms of rhythm and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes I think poets kind of maybe overshare, and some of that stuff could stay in the fucking diary. But I'll give it 5. I think 5.
Let's Wendy.
Sorry, just unmuting myself. I really liked it. Obviously, I can relate to a lot of that old women shit. But I thought there was also some great poetry. I liked the simile about the Kelvin. I liked the Lucifer reference. There was some great rhymes in it. And I thought you struck a very good balance between rage and humour. So, yeah, I'll give it a 7.
A 7, another high score. Well done, Lynette. And
Okay.
Sammy, have you got your abacus?
I'll tell you what, folks. See, listening to that, actually, I don't know if you can see, I've come out in a hot flush. I'm just saying. Hot flush, if I took my windy and everything. That's where I'm at in life, tailing it. Yeah. Know what I mean? Relatable to a woman of my age. If I open the window, it sweat's pouring out me, just even at the thought of all that, because that's what I've got my night ahead in. This is it. Anyway, for Lynette, her time was 2 minutes and 9 seconds, and her total score was 19.7.
Brilliant stuff. Amazing. And Lynette, well done.
Thank you.
First slam as well. Smashed it.
Yeah, well done.
Okay, we go back to the wheel of fortune, and let's see.
Take the names out, Mark.
Yeah, it does. I think it does it automatically.
Is it?
There we go. Yeah. Well, it gives me the choice, and
whose name coming next? Oh,
it was a close one, but it's the Next Gimmick, who I've actually not seen do poetry before, but a hit from the hip hop community. Good to have
How's
a
it
rapper
going?
here.
This is a tad bit awkward, but can I get somebody else to go before me? Because my son's just on the toilet and he needs me to go help him.
Okay. We go.
Aye.
Okay. Well,
aye.
do you know what? We'll allow that, since I thought it was going to be taking points off there, but it seems like, fatherhood. What can you do? Do you know what? Let's get Suzy on, because it was nearly Suzy anyway, wasn't it? Okay, it was close. Yeah. So I think the wheel was what was aiming towards Suzy anyway. So Suzy Berry, are you with us? Yes.
Yes, I'm good to go.
Okay,
that's
amazing.
Nice.
Your 3 minutes starts now, Suzy. Take it away.
Cool. I was actually going to do The Essence of Glamping, but because of your sacrificial poet and his great poem about ecstasy, I've decided actually I'm going to put the 2 poems that I've done together, because The Essence of Glamping I was going to do for Mark, because we met so many times on beautiful festival fields. But Purple Hills is actually about some really great ecstasy that was given to me that had a little butterfly stamped into it. So I've done a wee poem about that. I'm going to put them 2 together. Hopefully I stay within the 3 minutes. So let's start off. Tiny purple butterfly with all-seeing eye, in my mind you glide, through my body you slide, tangles, shivers, tracers, happiness makers, dancing with the movers and the shakers, into the trees, the night I seize, scaling purple heathered hills with ease. This mind you please. Embrace the breeze, the winds of change flowing through this mountain range make me feel the good kind of strange. Brain chemistry rearrange, reconnecting parts of me long since estranged. No longer do I feel deranged. My soul's purpose has been arranged with the rosy tinted happiness. My future is tinged on a soul goal. My life is hinged. My heart's no longer feeling singed. Let's fly. Our limit's the sky. Thank you, butterfly, for getting me high. Thank you, butterfly, for joining me camping so I could truly see the essence of glamping. Because the essence of glamping isn't fine gins, it's tins and skins and sorting bins. It isn't a glug from a mug of your freshly brewed latte. It's your sentimental flask filled with Nescafe. It isn't 8 mates saving up for a yurt. It's enjoying your nails covered in dirt. It's not motorhome comfort and ease. It's stepping up when somebody else has been a sleaze. It's not cliquey. It's pretty freaky. It's getting your bearings by knowing the whole site, not sticking to one camp and muttering shite. It's pitching in, living in sin, appreciating your kin along with your tin, knowing you're going to win because a cup is waiting for you because you're one of the crew. It's a buggy ride to Timbuktu on the other side of those hills to get a stew made of lentils. It's always having backup plans and always drinking from cans, being able to meet demands. It's dancing in your PJs because everything else is muddy. Waking up feeling pretty groggy. It's my feet are warm relief after a night of them giving you grief. Because you're bopping on the dance field or in a massage bed getting healed. It's free hugs and dealing with bugs. It's playing with dogs and sitting on logs. It's tin soup and playing with a hula hoop. It's crazy costumes and glitter bombings. It's helping people find their lost belongings. It's kissing in the rain. It's the opposite of being Rick Vane. It's cheering on your mates, showing wristbands at gates. It's poise swimming, hip swaying, breathing in the brisk air, showing your heart open bare, cradled in the womb of this world. This world, these festival sites, these crews, and hopefully one day, you too.
So we're sitting at, it's almost Christmas time, it's festive time. It's in December, and also it was quite wet today, wasn't it? So it's nice to have a memory of the summertime and, you know, like being out there in the festivals and enjoying all of that stuff, you know. And even if somebody's never been to a festival, I mean, there are those who question like, oh, what are festivals like? And you're like, well, you know, again, here's a lovely poem that could give you a sense of the feeling of it, you know. There was a lot of rhyming in there. I mean, I did get the words. There was a few words that were purposely, you know, that went together like pretty perfectly the entire time. So I know how you, Jim's more the technical, like know-how of what that means, but I don't know what I'm really saying. But yeah, for me, like I just liked all the sense of the atmosphere, and you know, I'm a fan of that, going out and embracing the nature, you know, listening to music, being with people. I believe in festivals wholeheartedly, and it's nice to have this. Yeah, so a score would be 8 out of 10. Thank you.
It's an 8, another high score. Jim.
Yeah, very good rhymes actually. None of them seemed forced. They all made sense to me, and I think it's great about they're talking about this kind of stuff because hippies need to be heard as well, man. You know what I mean? I'm not a big fan of festivals. I prefer like a B&B in a hotel and all that kind of stuff. So it was a list of terrible things for me, but also it was a very good poem. I liked the way that you at the last minute merged the two poems together, and it seemed quite seamless. So I'm sorry I'm meant to be the bad judge, but that was pretty good. I'll give it 6, I think. Yeah.
6, unheard of score there from Jim. Wendy. I think you're muted, Wendy. I've maybe muted you. Wendy, you need to unmute yourself.
Sorry. I'm going to give that a 9. I absolutely loved that, Susie. It was beautifully crafted and executed, and it really made me feel. It really made me get a sense of that community and humanity. You built that up really well with the tight rhymes. Yeah, it was really visceral and really moving, and everything I want a poem to do. So I'm going to give it a 9.
A 9, first 9 of the night. Brilliant stuff. Well done, Susie. And we go back to the. In fact, we can go back to Next Gimmick. I think is ready. We'll try again. Take 2. Next Gimmick.
Cheers. Thank you. Appreciate your patience with that. This one's going to be just a little bit theatrical. Everybody, please sit down patiently. I need to tell you something a little hastily. I need to study art history, culture, sculptures, other vultures, perverters, punctures, laid on the road to stumpers, boxes of demons with a rump-da-dump-dumps, a big bag of weed from a baldy scum cunt, and I made it on stage, but I fucked your mum first. Sold our souls to the government, dotted line signed by everybody's loving it, funny that, innit? How they running it, right into the money pit, a pawn-stuck prick never touched a mosh pit, talking, womb to corporate, presumed accomplished, big bad pockets filled with horseshit, waiting for mercy, never a prayer, a room full of these chumps, and you see it declared. Burn it down and call me a terrorist. I dropped your flag from the top of your tenements. A venomous culture, spread a conjuncture, divide and conquer, feed to suffer. People on the streets just dying and pleading. No respawns here, they desire your seedlings. A breach of the peace leaves you locked in shackles. Few tax breaks just to feed the jackals. Hands on oil, booze and tech, money in paper, money interest. Money is the lead to all our stress. Leave them without it, leave them dead. Hold the majority and sue the minority. Trademark all with authority and own the judge. And when they get bored, pull the plug and watch them while they fight and die in the mud. Why do people fight to vote? You had a scapegoat, now you're in the same boat, locked within it. Heart runs at a mile a minute, but there's no time to finish. A mind middled all the way to the back streets. But man's not an athlete. Save it for the track meet, high off a patsy. Living that badge and man's backstage now and taking up fashion. Lights, camera, action.
Wow, man, that's cool. Like that. Some good rhymes. Some awesome rhymes. Yeah, it was good to hear some stuff. It was like, about, about the big stuff, and put so well. Has a lot of sort of character. I liked, the flow was great. I could hear a beat with it. Obviously, it's going to be quite cool with I had a kind of this moment's like a retro vibe, but it was kind of quite current, in terms of the sort of the subject matter. So I was kind of enjoying the kind of visual. I was thinking about sort of like past and the sort of present at the same time. I don't know. It's hard to explain that, but yeah, I really enjoyed it, man. I'll give you like an 8.5 for that for sure.
8.5, Jim. Hold on, Jim. Start again.
I wasn't actually sure what it was about, to be honest. I think it was like kind of try to tackle like huge big subjects, but I wasn't really clear what it was meant to be. I liked to be a bit when he slipped into some kind of mad accent at one point. I don't know what that was meant to be. Was it Welsh or something like that? And I was a wee bit unclear as to what it was meant to be, what it was actually saying. I think 5, which is no bad, mate. Don't take it personally. And I always wanted to know, is your first name Next?
No, it's Gimmick. People just call me Gimmick.
Gimmick, okay, man.
It's a 1920s news broadcaster that I'm trying to go for.
Ah, right. Sorry. A sort of, what do you call it, pathy news kind of thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Wendy?
I really enjoyed that. I'm going to give that a 7. I love the political power of it, loads of great internal rhymes. I agree with Jim, it maybe needed a wee bit more of a focus. There was a lot of subjects there, but some great lines and some great commentary, and I love the rhyme of scapegoat and same boat.
Brilliant stuff. Well done, Next Gimmick.
Yeah, good rhymes in there.
And Sammy, do you want to just give us a wee catch us up with what Susie's score was and what the Next Gimmick scores was?
Yeah, so Susie's time was actually over by, it was 3:22, but well worth it, I feel. And Susie's total score, 23.
Wow.
Wowza. And the Next Gimmick, shorter poem, 1 minute 39, and his total score, 20.5. Wow.
Thank you, Sammy. and we will go back to the wheel of poetry. And we still have, hold on. Yeah, cool. We're ready to go. Lew Palgrave. Where is Lew? Oh, there he is. There he is. Hello, Lew. Take it away.
Alrighty. This is called Stone Island Jesus. I'm going to tell you a wee story, and I hope you believe us. Because this is the story of Stone Island Jesus. When he grows up, he wants to be on TV, but can he spot the pedo at the BBC? Remember when Jackal was fiddling and fixing it for me and you? Well, one thing he forgets, his beloved royal family knew. The first sign of work, and this boy legs it. He's a lazy bastard. He's still in the piss celebrating Brexit. His wife's a real stunner, but she's only his trophy. Because he prefers to tuck himself at night and wank himself off to his Piers Morgan autobiography. He's so boring he doesn't even know it. He bores me even more than a middle-class poet. His wife just wants a man that's going to throw her about the bedroom like a frisbee, and instead she's got a Tommy Robinson wannabe, and he's hung like a fucking midgie. Farage is his idol, even through all the lies and the shite. He says, Nigel's a man of the people. I saw him on the TV having a pint. Even his own sister thinks he's a wee fanny, because the other week there he tried to convince her that Bill Gates was going to microchip their fucking granny. He's so stupid the other week he got the sack. He walked off his boss when he believed him when he told him that the earth was flat. So he's out with his idiot pals, drowning his sorrows because he's lost his job. And of course, that's the fault of the immigrant. And it's got nothing to do with the fact he's a knuckle-dragging lazy knob. So he's out in the street fighting with all these boys he wants to send back, and he's right up the front, which is quite unusual for a backward cunt. So he says he's going to punch this chink and he's off in a hurry. And halfway down the road, he's going to get himself a Chinese curry. He's bawling and shouting he just wants to offend. He's determined he's going to make Great Britain thick as fuck again. So he's nearly home now. And up in the distance, he sees this bonny wee white lassie laughing and joking with these brown skin fannies. So he runs over, grabs the wee lassie, throws a few punches and tries to make an escape. And now he's in jail for their bloody fate. So I just told you a story, and I hope you believe us, because I just told you the true story of Stone Island Jesus.
Martin Windebank, what you got to say about it? Hold on. You need to unmute yourself.
That's a tough story, man. That's some heavy duty stuff. There's a lot going on at the minute, I guess. It's been going for a while, and you know, the behind the scenes of some of these things, I don't know, man. But thanks for the poem. In terms of the you know, the content, I mean, it's I don't know, it's heavy, man. Yeah. What people are going through at the minute, it's important to highlight some of these things and, you know, stay on top of it. For a score, I give you like I don't know, like a 7.5.
A 7.5. Jim Monaghan, take it away.
Yeah, I like the fact that who it was attacking, our natural enemy. Stone Island is a red flag to me. You can always spot an idiot. Some of the language in it, I was a wee bit wary about. I don't know. I didn't really need to know about what his wife wanted in the bedroom and things like that. But and a bit of doggerel in there. Look it up. I'll give it 5.
It's a 5 from Jim. Wendy.
I kind of like the boldness of it. Yeah, I like the idea of. I like the title, The Stone Island Jesus, and I love the line "hung like a midgie." That made me laugh a lot. So, yeah, but yeah, I mean, maybe there's, I don't know. It's like maybe it's quite easy to just hate Nigel Farage. Maybe we need to dig more into the politics of it. I don't know. I'm going to get about a 7 out of 10.
It's a 7. And Sammy B with the abacus. What you got to say about it?
Well, Lew's poem was 2 minutes dead, so it was 2 minutes. And what content, loved it. But Lew's total score for this evening for his first poem is 19.5.
Brilliant stuff. Well done, Lew. And we will spin the wheel again. We have 3 poets left. Round and round it goes. Shelltoe Mel. Let's get Mel on now. Okay. So, Mel, how are you doing?
Hello.
Is your
Can you
internet
hear me?
okay? Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Right. Well, it's good to see you again. It's just like it become a Christmas tradition, so it's very nice to see you all. But I'm going to do my poem about my favourite word, which is fuck. So, here we fucking go. You can fuck off. You can, right, let me rewind. You can fuck off in the back of beyond. You're getting on my last nerve. Your face I'm not exactly fond, so I'm about to give it a swerve. You can totally fuck right off. You need to mind your manners. You're a big mad mincy head with a face being hit with spanners. You can classically get to fuck. You're not wanted here. Your pat is shite, your pit stink. Let's make it abundantly clear. And you can shut the fuck up. Your voice is like torture. Instead of fucking off in France, how about fucking off in Forfar? You can take a flying fuck with cherries on top. Your fuckery affects my frontal cortex non-fucking stop. And you can take two fucks, fuckarella, you fake fallacial freak. Fraudulent fan faking the funk. I'ma fuck you into the middle of next week. You can take a fancy fuck. You think you're better than me? Oh shit. I can't see something just come up my computer. Wait a minute. You can take a fancy fuck. You think you're better than me? I see right through your fancy words. Here's fuck right off, 3 words for free. You can fuck off of Facebook, the place that you reside. I know your arse better than your face. It's bigger than the fucking Clyde.
I think there's a bit of an internet issue, Mel.
You can get to fucking getting a fankle. You deserve a case of thrush. Away you go, geese peace. If you want push, I'll give you a shove. And my final fuck goes to you, my love. Without you, I'm nothing. Thanks for all the fucks you gave me. These fucks I be loving.
Shelltoe Mel, we had a little bit of an, and then there was a little bit of an. Right. Martin Windebank, what you got to say about it?
It's like the most versatile word there is it not? Is it not?
Potatoes are quite versatile as well.
Right, I don't think potatoes is versatile as fuck.
Yeah, probably not.
Like you can make one sentence out. You can make a sentence out of that one word. Like if you say,
would you like to give us an example of that?
Fuck the fucking fucker. The fucking fucker's fucked.
I'll give that a 9.
Exactly.
What would you give Shelltoe Mel?
I'll give Shelltoe Mel. I like the performance aspect. I feel like it's it really worked, and especially when the audio kind of cut out for a bit, and then you started speaking, Mark, and then she came back in. That was that was the biggest laugh yet. So yeah, I would say I really enjoyed it, and I'll give Mel an 8.3.
An 8.3. And let's go to Jim.
I feel Mel's been in a few of these slams that I've always managed to take points off of for dancing, for having a nice garden, all sorts of things I've managed to take points off of for. I want to give a high score, but it wasn't great. But for entertainment value, yeah, I'll give it 5.2, I think.
5.2.
Well, I think it was fucking great, so fuck you.
5.2. It's a 0.2, so the abacus is going to be going into full effect. It's going to go to fair decision, I think, this one.
I
Wendy,
think you should give me points because I keep coming back.
Well, it's true, but it's not a Tesco loyalty card.
Can I then respond to that and give her 5.25?
Aye, it is.
No.
No, I don't think that. I don't think the abacus goes into those digits. Wendy, what do you want to say about it?
I'll give it a 6. I like poems about swearing. I like the playfulness of it. I like the concept. Some great alliteration there, and I like the rhyme of torture and forfeit a lot. But yeah, could have had a wee bit more focus. Yeah.
Focus.
Yep.
Focus.
What's it? Well done, Mel.
Shelltoe Mel.
Shelltoe Mel, you'll be back. You'll be back. Okay, so let's go back to the poetry wheel of fortune. We have
You
2
need to
poets
score.
left.
You need to score.
Oh yeah, we need to score. Sorry. Keep it in.
Aye, come on. It's time with the script here, Mark. It's Mel's score. So Mel's poem was fucking fuck's sake. 2 minutes 40. And our total score is 19.5. Woo!
19.5. Let's see what the people's got to say about it. And where is the people? Oh no, here. Hold on. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, we've only got 2 poets left. Remember, we're going to go in reverse order. Let's give it a spin.
Spin it. Spin the wheel of poetry. See whose name comes up. Whoa!
It's Victoria McNulty. Hello, Victoria. Take it away. Oh, you're muted. Sorry, I've muted you. Hold on. Yeah, you need to unmute yourself, pal.
Okay. A poem about my Aunt Mona, the only Welsh woman in the family. Poor woman. Mona, your hair, black-dyed beehived, formed peaks like Innis Mon, your grey roots curling this namesake, Mona. You were the last thread swallowed in a hibernal Glasgow tapestry so bold with guilt and grief it couldn't peer the sunlight through the mint leaves of your cottage garden. Caked powder on Gwyn skin, glan lips painted red of the coombe and the co-ed that you once knew. Cigarette smoke mines preserved on toast, picking habits passed down for your mother on a sand dune bramble coast that you once cried home. You were once scribed illiterate by a W on a census, only speaking Cymraeg to the documenting officer as a way of getting it round the crown. Because you were the queen of your own cantrev, Mona, forever shirking me away for the telly as I blocked your view at Emmerdale.
And let's go to Martin Windebank.
Wow, that's beautiful, wasn't it? Just so much. Yeah, I love beautiful imagery and just well crafted with the words, and thoughtful. So it's a nice story there. Thanks very much. It's interesting to hear just about someone's family member. It's in that way. I mean, that's cool. I really enjoyed that, so I'll give that an 8.5. Thank you.
An 8.5 for Victoria. Jim, what you got to say about it?
That's poetry for me. That's been able to distill like memories of people and talk about people and finding the little things that mean huge amounts, like the W for the signature and things like that, the Emmerdale thing and that. So I thought it was a lovely poem. I'm trying hard to be the horrible judge, but I can't be. I'll give that 7, I think.
It's a 7. It's a high score for Jim.
Yeah.
Wendy, what you got to say about it?
I'm going to give that a 9. I loved it. It made my heart sing. I agree with Jim, and I think that to get like a poem about a working class character from the past like that, it's just so beautiful and so special. The imagery, everything about it, and including the humorous last line, beautiful. Loved it.
Sammy B, what you got to say about it?
Victoria's poem was 1 minute and 6 seconds. Might be a small poem, but it packs some punches. And her total score, wait till you hear this, 24.5.
It's a high score indeed. And we don't...
Very high.
Will we spin the wheel anyway for the next one? We just spin it.
Spin the wheel of poetry.
Okay, let's do it.
See whose name's coming up next. It's the final. Oh, who's it going to be?
It's Emma Clare. Emma Clare. Where are you? Where is Emma Clare? There she is. Take it away, Emma Clare.
One-handed, one-hipped, still I must. Pot, stove, gas spark, hands in face, neck, chest, just like how they found my specs, though I left them up high. Just like how they found the laundry pile washed and now dry. Just like how they found your nappy and went in there. God, why? So, lob of butter in the pot. Now, slip you down for just a minute. Only a minute, please. Could you give me 1 whole minute? But you're under my feet, tugging at my legs. A chorus of up, up, up tears my patience to threads. And after a morning of suggesting another, and gently redirecting, and offering an alternative, and giving a distraction, and saying let's not, and saying no thank you, and saying please no, and saying not that, and saying please stop, and could you stop, and let's stop, and now stop, I say stop it! Sharply. So I can crack an egg. So I can feed you some lunch, so I can put you to sleep, so I can clean up your mess, so I can reset the day, so I can wake you up, so you can sleep tonight, so you're under my feet and I grab that egg, tap, split, pour, oh shit. There's shell. Please, stop tugging, stop dragging, stop plugging, stop nagging. My hands are yuck, your hands are yuck, the bin is yuck, your bum is yuck, don't touch, get the shell. No, yuck, get the shell. Just a minute, get the shell. I'm right here, get the shell. And I grab the pot by the wiggly handle I keep forgetting to fix, and I lift the whole thing over my head and smash it against the bricks, screaming at it to fuck right off. Except I don't. I don't. I wash my hands. I scoop you up. I show you again how scrambled eggs work. And you say eggy eggs or something close. And give me a gentle hand stroke on my nose. And start to sing, munchy, munch, munch. Forgive me, I'm sorry, it's my fault. But today there is shell in your lunch. Thank you.
Wow. Yeah, I love the performance and the rhythm of it. You know, like kind of the moment. It's like such an intense moment. It just kind of built, and the way he delivered it was just like, it just had this crescendo, and then it was just that peaceful moment. It was, you know, you really, I don't know, I was really there. You know, if you took me there, and it was that aspect of it fantastic, and also the rhythm and the rhymes, the change of rhythm. I really enjoyed that. You know, like you don't really. I think it's the first one we've heard like that today. It's had that kind of the weaving of all the words, and yeah, you know, right there, a perfectly performed poetry. Fantastic. Thanks very much. And I can relate in some way. You know, so yeah, cool. I'll give that 8.7.
8.7. Jim?
That is really well constructed. Probably could have done with a better sort of punchline rather than go back to the shell again, but it was really well done. You could really feel the frustration thing. It's very difficult being a parent. I've got a wee cat pulling at me right now, trying to interrupt me. It's not the same as a ween, but I thought it was really well done, really well performed. Good content and all that as well. That's 6.9.
Wendy?
I thought the shell bit was the best bit because it's about that whole kind of feeling that you've let your child down because you've done this, you've failed, you feel like a failure. So for me, that was the kind of punch of it, the emotional punch. But I really enjoyed the performance and the craft of it, the change in pace and just took me there on that whole roller coaster of being a parent and trying to be perfect and good all the time and then feeling like you're a failure. So 8 out of 10. Great job.
8 out of 10, Sammy.
Yeah, so Emma Claire Brightlyn's time was 2 minutes, 10 seconds. And her total score, wait for it, 23.6.
23.6. Okay, and Emma Claire, don't go anywhere just now because I believe that we're just going to do it in reverse order. So no, the wheel is gone. The wheel has been retired because we're going to get one more poem from each poet, and then we're going to check the scores. Should we do a wee countdown of the scores just now?
Yeah.
Or we just leave it? Or we just leave it? Or we leave it? What do you think?
Can I go and get my charger before I lose power on my...
Yes, of course you can.
Thank you.
Right, can I just do the scores then?
You can do the scores.
Yeah, so scores so far, Evelyn was 20.5, Lynette 19.7, the Next Gimmick 20.5, Suzy Berry 23, Lew Palgrave 19.5, Shelltoe Mel 19.5, Victoria McNulty 24.5, and Emma Claire 23.6. All to play for in round 12.
Indeed. As we wait and Wendy getting back, I just want to say we don't have any sponsors or funding or adverts, but I'm going to shout out my book. It's out and I'm launching it on the 31st of January at Slay as part of the Friction Burn Supper. And for tonight, and only tonight, we're going to go back to 2010 prices, which is when me and Sammy started the Burn Supper, the alternative Burn Supper, in the fictional village in Ayrshire somewhere during a snowstorm. So it's a £5, haggis, neeps, tatties, and a drink included. And I put a wee link in the comments for you to check that out. Where is it? This one, the Skiddle one. It's there somewhere. So hopefully see there, and hopefully the winning poet of tonight will also be there on the 31st of January. Yeah. They will definitely be at the Scottish finals because once you win the best in the universe, you have to defend it and go and win the best in Scotland. So I think is Wendy back? Yes, Wendy's back in perfect time.
Back, yeah.
Sorry, I just had a wee advert. It's all good. So yeah, Emma Claire, do you want to just tell us a little bit about yourself while Wendy's getting settled before you do your next poem? Have you got anything coming up?
Not that I know of just now. As you heard before and you're about to hear again, I'm a girl. And poetry has been what has kept me sane through this first early bit.
Amazing. And also remember that the fourth judge is you, the audience, so leave a comment and I'll be reading them out. Let us know who you're enjoying. And Emma Claire, just take it away. Round 2, let's go.
I think she may be trying to kill me. This dragon in the shape of a girl, my body grew and birthed into this world. I think she wants my heart to stop by seeing her take off like a shot in the parking lot of Aldi. Or hearing her maniacal giggle that tells me she's wiggled herself high enough and over enough and close enough to the counter where we keep the very exciting scissors, ideally away from her, and now she can run through the house with them. Or by seeing that she's climbed herself to standing on the seat of the very expensive exercise bike that her father and I nearly came to blows over because I knew he wouldn't use it and totally knew she'd climb it. And now she has to the top of it and she might fall off or jump because I think she's trying to kill me. This mythical beast I've unleashed on this realm. I think she wants my heart to give out from lack of rest, For besides my best efforts and intentions to make a cozy nest for her to sleep in, she must be next to me, rendering sleep impossible. Only possibilities are Mummy up, as in up all night, pacing and spacing and walking and talking, or Mummy bed, with the misguided thought of the standard horizontal, head on pillow, body below, for she insists on perpendicular, with feet lodged directly in bladder, or ribs, or throat, or the working title on face. She just wants to sleep directly on my face, ending my life with this psychological torture of never being able to sleep. But then, sometimes then, still then, I marvel how she hasn't killed me, this glowing ball of magic I dreamed into my life. I think my heart will actually burst from my absolute love for her as she climbs off my face and curls into my curves, and for a moment is perfectly still. How she comes to me for ahs and huzzas each time she learns a new skill. How her face beams with delight as she invites strangers to dance with her, and they dance with her. Her joy is contagious. How my pride and my wonder at her sweetness and perfection is entirely outrageous. How amidst her smudging consonants and gliding vowels are the sounds that I know without a doubt mean, Mummy, I love you. And despite her attempts at my imminent destruction, I am left with the unyielding conviction to declare I will never die. I will be there, prepared to run after her or dive under her or cradle or tuckle, snuggle next to her. And if I should miss, I will be there to wipe the tears and hold the fears that ever come for her until I can't. And still, till then, I'll plant my heels so firmly that she'll know I'm not going without a fight.
That was lovely. I mean, the depth, the sentiments, the way you articulate your love for your child is it's beautiful. I think, you know, that just if people could be as if people could articulate that, you know, just generally, I think it would help a lot in society. You know, if people could actually just talk a bit more like that about, you know, really get into the fact that their child is amazing and everything they feel about it, and like promote that. You know, it's a really important piece of poetry. I know exactly what you mean. You know, picking my wee boy up from school, he likes to just run off. You know, and he's running. There's a road at the bottom of the hill. You know, I know he's going to stop, but I'm jogging after him and he's just running. You know, and it's like, man, you know.
Could we get a score, Martin?
Yeah, sorry, I could go on about that. So a score would be 9.
It's a 9. Jim Monaghan.
I really liked it. I would always say to people, never have 2 poems in a row the same subject for a slam. But saying that, it was really good, really relatable. My wee baby boy's just about to turn 37 years old, so it's a long time ago for me, but I do remember him booting me in the balls every night. Yeah, I really liked it. Again, really well constructed poem. You've obviously put some work into it, really well thought out. So I think 7, I think.
7. And Wendy?
I would go another 8. I really like the sort of complexity and the contradictions that you're exploring there, Emma Claire. Like the kind of the constraints of it and the absolute torture of it, but also it's the joy and the love and the wonder that brings you back. So I love the kind of duality of those emotions that you're going through, and I love the way that you bring us in close to the domesticity of it and the little moments. So yeah, 8 out of 10.
An 8 out of 10. Sammy?
Well, the time for that one by Emma Claire was 2 minutes 50, and the total score, a high score for this one, 24.
And we're going in reverse order, and I can remember. Sammy, you've got my back in case I
It's
forget.
Victoria next, Mark. Victoria.
I know it's Victoria. I can go back too.
Right, okay, I'll keep you
I
for the
knew
rest
that
of
one,
the
but you
pal,
keep me
don't
right
worry.
in case my memory does
Keep me
start to
right.
squeeze. Victoria McNulty, welcome back. Take it away.
Nettles. Green folds a glass bowl, steam welcomed like the hands clutching from evangelical bubbles in the pan below. White walls and a gas stove, wooden spoon stirred, wine sipped, just a nip to bring things to the boil. As a child, I clambered hedgerows, white-socked and sun-blocked with tall tails and ponytails swinging, lips apart, kissing farts through the blades of grass as if to trick the birds to singing. Dock leaves rubbed with raspberry stings as the sun set on a sulphur evening. In my loops and walking boots stood stomping nearly 40 on Sleeve Moor. Boulders sloped from the damp shells of haunted houses, a strand coiled with my wind-bitten hands, a nip of nettle slipped through the fabric stinging. Coral-lipped as my camera framed sheep, the warm rash in a distant vista. See, I was in Ireland the first time I heard how boiling nettles took the sting for their hostile hairs. Mulch slurped straight from stockened hands, picking the supple leaves for budding plants, right for soup or buttered champ. It's a flavour that spread in check sped to the plates and bourgeois palates, sash windowed and gigs served by steady fingers manicured as a brickwork in a Dublin eatery. But further down that road, a mother's limbs flocked to the ditch side, slimy, cold, socket-jawed, glass eyes, ribs poking, teeth like a fishbone comb, basket-legged, a cement babe swaddled in arms with nothing to suckle but a stomach full of stones, a blue mouth froth-framed by only the green tones of sickly nettles. You see, when hunger and bombs dropped on Gaza, I was couch-stuck, sinking blankets up, watching a TV chef stir emerald salt and water on a whitewashed kitchen island. My tongue swollen, cheeks pucked, throat red raw and nettle stung, silent, like the way that they are when they always call it a famine.
Victoria McNulty, Martin Windebank. Start again, Martin. You were muted there.
At the beginning, when you said nettles, I absolutely love nettles. You see, I'm a big fan of nettles, so that's my subject, and all that visual stuff, and like it's just so beautiful the way you sort of portray these things even till the end, and that kind of the deep sorrow. I mean, it's just I'm still shaking a wee bit at the moment. I would say from that for sure. It's it's good. I mean, it's good to reference all this, but it is good. It's important, Yeah, I value that one a lot. So I'll give that one a 9 as well, because it was great. Well done.
A 9 from Martin. Jim, what have you got to say? Yeah,
beautiful imagery. I'm also a big fan of nettles. If anybody suffers from eczema, psoriasis, make tea for nettles. That'll be better than any antihistamine, I'll tell you. But also, just the imagery of the land and island, the horror and of the poverty that was in rural Ireland, and the analogy that we Gaza, and the horror of what's happened to young people in Gaza right now, I just think was really powerful. I'm going to destroy my reputation here and go above 6. I'll go 7.1 because I have to go to this. The best one I've heard tonight.
7.1, Wendy.
Yeah, absolutely blew me away. I think it was the shock and the surprise of it, because it starts off with quite, it's beautiful imagery about the land in Ireland, and then it kind of punches you in the face a wee bit, and you realise there's poverty, and then to make that comparison with the children in Gaza, yeah, it really kind of wrong-footed me in a good way, in a powerful way. So can I say 9.5?
9.5. I think that's the highest score of the
Aye,
evening. Sammy, you got enough abacus to handle this?
just about, Mark, just about. So, Victoria's poem was 2 minutes 15 seconds, and the total, wait till you hear this, by the way, viewers, everybody out there, the highest score of the night, 25.6.
It's a big score. Well done, Victoria.
On the nettles.
On the nettles, indeed.
On the nettles.
Sammy, who's next up? I think I can only remember back to.
Shelltoe Mel.
It's Shelltoe Mel. How could we forget Shelltoe Mel?
Exactly.
Okay, let's bring Shelltoe Mel on the stage.
That's what she'll say. Fuck's sake, man.
Fucking hell. How the hell am I meant to follow that? I might as well just do a robot dance or something. Fucking hell. Right. Oh well. Here we go. What every woman wants. Salmon semen seeping for the lips. How about polyfiller? Pump up the tits. Blow up dolls in motion. A young boy's wet dream. An army of clones immersed in low self-esteem. What every woman wants to take up less space. I'm not buying that narrative. Yourself you can chase. Double standards galore. OGs with guts hanging out. Young girls blindly follow without a shadow of a doubt. What every woman wants, pay them off with millions. Turn other cheek be done. He's just a man who gets everything he wants. Do his daughters want a father whose lies he flaunts? What every woman wants, go home after work on a train. Escape from a war-torn country to try and ease the pain. Instead, her life extinguished in the blink of an eye. Her blood slain in the train floor. Senseless violence, all that's left is why. What every woman wants, a husband who becomes her pimp. She's unaware it's happening. Her body lays there limp. Only finds out what's happened when the police show her a tape. She's in fact undergone multiple rapes. What every woman wants.
That's powerful stuff, Mel. Well, we're getting these last ones have been quite good, but in terms of the, I don't know. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of issues in the world, isn't there? Again, really important to have these. You know, I guess this is the poetry delivering this kind of communication, and you know, more people should hear it. But you know, it's hard to get it there. But thanks, Mel. I'll give you a score. A 9.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was really good. At the start, I thought it was going to be an important subject about women's body image and the pressure on women and all that stuff. But I mean, to move from there into but the tragedy that he described was just quite powerful. I think a 7. I think 7.
Woohoo.
The development of it. I like the repetition of the line, what everyone wants. Yeah, I'll give it a solid 7. Very good.
Thank you.
Score Mel there. Aye, a 9. I was thinking. Right, so 14. Mel's time was 1 minute 17. Very powerful that. Loved it, Mel. And your total score is 23 for that one.
23. Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan, indeed.
Aye, wait a minute. Oh, I nearly fell off my chair. 23.
Yes, mate.
Just happened to have a 23. Jim, you should give me a point for my 23. My fucking shoe.
Hold on, Jim, you're muted.
Don't you dare take a point off me.
Can I go to 6.9 and take a point off for the shoes?
Don't you dare! No!
Sponsor in, Mel. It can't happen, man. He's had it. No chance, Jim.
Well done, Mel. We're going to go. Next poet, I believe, is Lew. Take it away, Lew. Oh, sorry. Start again, mate. I had you muted.
Oh, sorry. This next poem's called Morgasm. Full of bullet holes on the front line, or living with a hole in your belly on the bread line. Bankers stuffing the banks full of cash and endless queues at your local food banks. But obey the law, walk on the right side of the street, and repeat after me, it is good to be free. The newborn dead on arrival, a young rebel, a fist for survival. Pretty speeches can't disguise the guilty silences and the fake smiles. Lost footsteps in desert sands, revenge in rubble and forgotten lands. Western minds who built the divides now arm all sides. Crocodile tears are televised as mass media sell us fucking lies about evil tyrants on foreign soil, never those back home who would trade our blood for oil. A multinational education, designer dreams for our liberation. But if we stand in line, we'll be stabbed in the back as the power marches on the people back. The newborn dead on arrival, a young rebel, a fist for survival. Paralysed new as the poverty grips, as the work and eat from some minimum wages. Rob tax of millions for company cars and dead Palestinians. But if we stand in line, we'll be stabbed in the back. The power marches on the people back. Happiness is a free Wi-Fi connection to experience a war in high definition. Happiness is a free Wi-Fi connection to experience a war in high definition. Obey the law, walk on the right side of the street, and repeat after me, it is good to be free. Thank you.
Great stuff, Martin.
Lew, sorry. Yeah, fantastic. That's great. Like I could hear it as a song as well, you know, and I like the repetition of it. It was the power marches on and all this, you know, and it's, you know, that's the times we live, man. You know, especially the big the oil, you know. I mean, wow, seems like it's all about that, you know. It's crazy if you look into it, I suppose. You know, mad tycoons, man. So anyway, I really liked it, and I think it's really relevant, and I would like to give it I'd like to give that a 9 as well. I'm all about the 9s at the minute.
It's another 9.
Yeah.
And Jim.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of like sort of traditional rhyming couplets, storytelling and that kind of way, and all that stuff. I was brought up with that in Ayrshire, and it's an important form of poetry. That in slams and that, you tend to get this American style quite often, and I think we miss that style of poem, that style of writing, and big subjects. Sometimes you can overlay. You know, you try and cover all the subjects in one thing can be very, very, very difficult. But I think bringing it back to those repeat lines and all that, like hammered at home. Yeah, very good. It's a bit like a Scots version of the Revolution will be televised. Will not be televised, but it is. But so I'd say I've got to give that one a 7 as well. And I know I'm letting people down. I should be giving more 5s, but that was a 7. Yeah.
And we can go to Wendy.
I would give that an 8. I think it's really great to be taking aim at neoliberal capitalism and to be just kind of having a go at everyone. It's got a universal power to it, that poem, because it's aimed at all of us. You know, we're all living for that free Wi-Fi connection to be able to watch the war in high definition. And so we're all guilty of these things. And so, yeah, I think it was really well done, really well crafted.
Okay, bro. It's an 8. Sammy?
Yeah, so Lew's second poem was 1 minute 43, and his total score is, wait for it, 24.
24, another high score.
Another high score.
Obviously, Sammy's been keeping me right in the private chat to let me know that it was Suzy next, but it's not, because we swapped them round. So keep it true to what actually happened. We've got the next gimmick lined up. Let's go. Is he available? Is Next Gimmick? He's here. Take it away, mate.
Cheers. So this one's written from the perspective of me and my son going through a lot of similar stuff. I think we can all resonate with this some way. And if you do, I'm sorry. Daddy's been stuck. He can't get out of bed. It's the feeling in his chest. It's the feeling of dread. Mummy's going crazy, thinks he's cheating again. And Daddy storms out with a look of regret. Mummy's been stuck, she can't get out of bed. Lines on her body, voice in her head. Takes us to the place where we play with our friends, and when we get home, they're screaming again. Daddy gets back, booze in his breath. Mummy's going crazy, Daddy's drinking again. The melody is crying, locked in a room. Daddy said yes, but he's changing his tune. We woke up, Daddy said to get ready. Away from 10 to 12, we'll see him at brekkie. Mummy's still in bed, so we're watching the TV. My daddy's been calling, but Mummy's still sleeping. Daddy's been stuck, he can't get out of bed. Mummy said she hates him, she wished he was dead. Daddy's breaking down, punching the walls. I knew violence before I could crawl. Mummy said that Daddy did it, but Daddy didn't. But Mummy said it, said Daddy's missing. They said that Daddy's busy, but Daddy's never too busy to see me. But Mummy said that he's sleazy, but Dad was keeping the peace. Now he's out in the streets. Daddy's been stuck, he can't get out of bed. Daddy just stopped, put his hand in his chest. Doctor told him something, now he's even more stressed. And Daddy storms out with a look of regret. Mummy's been stuck, she can't get out of bed. Doesn't know if she hates him or loves him to death. Takes us to the place where we play with our friends. And when we get home, Daddy had left. Daddy's not home, no booze in the air. Mummy's going crazy, punching the walls. I knew violence before I could crawl.
Wow, man. Aye. It's especially from the child's perspective, like all these things, it's like we don't realise, even at any level, what you have to like try and imagine how they're portraying it from their sort of limited knowledge of the world, and trying to, all these complex issues are going on, and when they're not protected from that, and just see it happening, and it's free. If you take the time to reflect on that, it's just really sad. Yeah, I feel it, man. I feel it. Yeah, a 9.2 for that one.
Thanks, mate.
9.2. Jim Monaghan, what you got to say about it?
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. It was a rapper coming on and doing something that actually was proper poetry. I liked the repetition of it. I liked the perspective of it as well. So, 7. That was a 7 as well, I think. Yeah.
Thanks.
I'm sorry to keep giving them the same one. It's a high quality tonight. It's really high quality.
Was that a cat that just walked by your screen?
That was Rosa. Yeah, that was Rosa.
Right, okay. Sorry,
she's a beautiful lady. She's Russian blue.
Cool. I was just making sure it wasn't a flashback. Yeah, you go. There's one here as well. Look at the cats. It says the cats are taking over the poetry slam. Where's Sammy? Where's Majiko? Where's your cat?
Majiko was backstage for a wee bit there, but she was like, do you know what? He's not putting me on, I'm away. So she's not come home. She's not been back. She was backstage, but she's off. We'll see if she'll maybe come through for, the big final.
Of course, we need Magical for the final, of course. Wendy.
It's been lovely to see the cats. Love them.
I don't have a cat. I'm sorry. I've got a dog, but he's not in at the moment. So
Okay, well, let's just go back to the slam then.
That was beautiful. Really, the kind of excavation and expression of sorrow was really very, very moving. And the rhymes were really tight. Although it's a familiar story, it was the way it was executed was very powerful. Yeah, I'd give that an 8.
An 8. Sammy.
Sorry, the abacus is just warming up here.
Okay, no, well, do you know what? Wait, let's just go to the next gimmick for a sec.
No, I've got it.
You got it?
Yeah. So
Okay.
the next gimmick, that was 1 minute 40. Very powerful poem, magic, and it scored a high 24.2.
Thank you all so much. You're legends. That was quite hard to do, so I appreciate you all.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Amazing, pal.
You
Thanks
could
for
feel it. You could feel it for sure. Well done. What have you got anything coming up that you want to give a plug to?
Yeah, I've got the 27th at Audio. It's the last of 2025 for Jay Lee and Jam, the CCTV boys. They're doing that.
Oh, nice.
I'll be on quite early. There's a crazy lineup for it, and they're really good guys doing really good stuff for the community, by the community, and that's what we love to see in this scene, which is why I was so excited to be doing this tonight with all of you.
Amazing stuff.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
Cool,
well, we might see you back. I've definitely got no idea of what the scores are at now, but that's why Sammy B's here. If you're just joining us, it's a poetry slam to see who is the best poet in the universe, and that will last for a full year, all the way through to 2026. Where are we at? We are. It's Suzy. It's of course Suzy. Suzy Berry, you went away and you got lost. You're back.
Yeah, no, I was just had to get something at the car. So I'm not going to introduce this because I pretty much think the poem introduces itself, but it's called "Should" is a 4-letter word. Last year, I realized you're not just looking for work on self-reflection. You're looking for that and a piece on societal rejection, a hard-hitting diatribe on why everyone's out to get you and then some, a few suggestions on why we're all feeling numb. So here's some words on what I think of should and why it makes me feel misunderstood. And then some thoughts, some 2 AM musings on why my life is so damn confusing. Here's some food for thought. Should is a fucking swear word. You're not enough is all we've ever heard. Life shoulds all over you. Keep up now. The Joneses girl wouldn't do that. It's lowbrow. Shoulds are in your shoulders. Expectations turning them into boulders. You should eat healthy. 2 grams of protein to every kilograms of body weight, but the lies come in all stealthy. And every part of you is filled with self-hate. You should earn enough for a mortgage by 40. You'd look better if you were more sporty. You should be busy, never lazy. You shouldn't question Big Brother. Just go along with the flow, follow along with the others. Don't trust anyone, certainly not yourself. Judge everyone, because they're all out for themselves. You said 100 times that you'd quit, but you lit up because reason 101. Sadly, the vape doesn't quite hit, so you light up. Just another one. You make 1,000 promises regarding self-care, set no boundaries, willpower out the window. As if I've ever cared to love myself enough to bake a sourdough. Routines have evaded me. I've never liked a schedule, even though they ground me. My need for chaos is a source of ridicule. So I say I need to cut down on the coffee till somehow it's in front of me. And my wrist gets twisted by my inner demons. And then I'll know I'm just as weak as most other humans. I'm neurospicy without papers, or am I just not adjusting to a sick society? It disturbs me knowing that I have haters. It's one of the reasons why I cling tightly to sobriety. Feel the fear and do it anyway. It's why I play with fire. I try to burn the shame away, but I just burn with desire, lust, craving, the need for validation, someone to tell me I'm good enough, starting out each day with trepidation, putting one foot in front of the other gets rough. I put on the mask, pretend I'm tough, but I'm an armadillo. I'm really shaking like a battered willow. I'm not ready to deal with adult stuff. It's time for beetle bottles, and I hope I wake up not wanting another puff.
That is a battle. Well, yeah. Temptations and things like that. Cool. Okay. You went really at the beginning. I was like, the should part. It's like I should do this and I should do that. I really enjoyed that. I thought it was really good. Yeah, because that's a lot. That's true. It's like people telling you should do this, and then you're thinking I should do that, but then there's no real intention of ever actually doing it. I guess I suppose it's a strange word for that. But yeah, I liked all the imagery again. You're really good with that. The flow and everything. You're kind of weaving around the place, and you're playing with it a bit, and it's a good. It's a good rhythm you've got when you're delivering your poetry. The only thing I would say, like as a wee thing, is just I think get more confident. I think if you just became the character, and like just knew the words like perfectly, that would just really kind of raise it up a level. I think if you just get it nailed and then start playing with the words more the way you're saying it and stuff like that. But you are getting there. I think that's what it sounds like you're going for. So I really enjoyed it, and I would give it an 8.8.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Done, Jim. I've muted you. Start again.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Really well constructed poem. The way that you sort of started off with the sort of wider subject of the shooters, the people that tell you should this and should that, and brought it to a punchline as well. They sort of weaved a really good story. So I'd say, yeah, I would give that. I think 7.1. I think because and mainly because of the form. It's easy to put words down on a bit of paper. It's less easy to construct that into an actual story with a proper ending. So I enjoyed it. Yeah.
7.1. Let's find out what Wendy's got to say. Oh, sorry, Wendy. I've muted you. Hold on. Start again. Oh, you chose no. You've muted yourself. Sorry, I can't unmute you.
Sorry, I'm unmuted now. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. I have that sort of dance with the demons myself with all of these the things that we should and shouldn't do. And I think it's really thought-provoking to hear about, one person's kind of battle with societal pressures and expectations. It's very thought-provoking, and yeah, I enjoyed the dance of it, the kind of back and forth, and the yeah. So I would give that an 8.
That's a very high score for Suzy. And let's go to Sammy, who's got the scares on the dares.
Yes, I do, Mark. Yes, I do. Excellent there, Suzy. Your time was 2 minutes 44, and your total score 23.9.
23.9, and I think we can go to the next poet.
23.9, Mark.
Who is Lynette is back in the house. Hello, Lynette.
Hi.
So, put ready when you are.
Okay, so this is called powder cuffs. So I'm sure everybody's heard of the magic white powder snorted on a Saturday night for fun. It's a good straightener, from being an unruly blackout drunk. There's a bonus to those wee lines. A hangover never comes. Whoa, wait a minute here. Who's this guy? He's handsome, funny, and fun. Wait a minute. How wrecked am I? Oh shit. Could this cunt really be the one? Well, little did I know, white powder had cuffs in him so tight. I'd watch over him, feared he would stop breathing every single night. His lifestyle took hold bit by bit, slowly destroying my soul. But intoxicated love, it keeps you blind. And I love him now. I don't want an out. I will stand by his side. The anguish, I lost my sparkle, evaporated my shine. Now I'm just like him, a mooch, borrowing money all the time. Guilty, a filthy half-hearted mother I had become. Catastrophic fucking madness. My life was done. He was a selfish cunt, but he was also the one. Now tight, white powder cuffs. Shamefully, I had succumbed. So naive, so in love, consumed by a funny, lonely man. Never again did I have Saturday night fun. My new normal, my new life with him, was just waiting for a driver, counting down the minutes for the next bag to come. That's it.
Wow, you do the big, quite a strong subjects here. You know, the atmosphere that you're portraying. I can see it's kind of like, I don't know. It feels like a Ken Loach movie. You know. I mean, this story is it's a hard story. You know, absolutely.
It's hard to say. I wrote it a good few years ago. I've never said it.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. You know, well, I'm from. Yeah, I guess we all live in Scotland. We all know people like to get mad with it, and they lose a lot of their.
Sometimes it went too far.
Sometimes it goes too far. Yeah, they try to get a bit too mad with it, and for too long, you know, and you see the damage it can cause, and it has done to a lot of people. And it's important again what you're doing with your poetry, because it's not all just about rhyming this and rhyming. It's about telling stories. It's about addressing difficult subject matters that you might not be able to say any other way. You know. So that's I really appreciate it. You know, I'd like to give you a 9 for that.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, that it's a great story. It's the worst fucking drug in the world, and it's overrated, and nobody ever talks about this fucking the other side of it, you know. And yeah, so a really good story, well delivered as well, and and well constructed, good lines in there as well. I appreciate that. I appreciate you doing it for us. So a 7, I think. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, really, really powerful. That arresting image of the tight white powder cuffs. Yeah, just a really great piece of storytelling. Really quite dark a bit, but very personal and very honest. I appreciate you sharing that, and very well crafted and executed. So yeah, I would give you an 8 for that.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Excellent. So Lynette, your timing for that one was 1 minute 39, and your score, that's another big score, it's 24.
Thank you.
24 for Lynette. Amazing. And I think it's a very high scoring. It's a high scoring night. And we have Evelyn left. Is that right?
Absolutely, Evelyn. Come back in.
Evelyn, first to enter the Royal Rumble, and then the last to enter the Royal Rumble. Please take it away when you're ready.
Okay, so this piece was in response to violence against women and girls. It's observational. This is Space Queen. She was a space queen, living the dream, high on the scene, flying through Soho in a pink limousine. Snowbird, low bird, getting fucking high bird, fake tits, fake lips, false eyelashes, champagne out the bottle, tequila next round, chaos in a cat suit, prowling all around, boat race, float race, orange as a cat, fishnets, high heels, lit cigarette, lip smacking lap dance, being passed around, treated like a night train, left standing in the rain, blonde out of bottle, eyes slicked in black. She was found in an alley, dead on her back.
Wow, wasn't expecting that end there. You know, it was quite. I was just like, imagine it's a sort of electro clash music, just like big stomping beat and just all this, like, I don't know, like what do you call it? Sort of the glamour aspect of everything, and the kind of, you know, the prep school boat racing or whatever, like, you know, Oxbridge or whatever it is, you know, kind of style, and just like that, just, you know, I mean, I don't know, man. It's got to be a special term for that kind of stuff. I don't know what it is, but it's powerful, you know. Again, addressing these kind of subjects where, yeah, it's like the flash of that. It's just quite powerful. I'll give that a 9.2.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, that idea that, you know, it doesn't matter how successful or confident somebody looks, no woman is exempt or safe for that sort of male violence. And I think it was a bit short for a slam. I think you need to try and use as much of the minutes as you can, not overly use them, obviously, but it was a sledgehammer. The final punch thing was a bit of a sledgehammer. I'll give that 6.8, I think.
A 6.8 from Jim. Let's go to Wendy.
Yeah, I would give that a 9 because I thought it was really unique, the way that you executed that, because as the audience, you almost made us, I mean, I certainly feel like as a woman, we kind of make those judgments of other women, and we're judging all the way through, as you described the women, and then it's like, so we're part of the problem. And I really got that from it. So I think that was really special, really, really powerful, that you cast us in that role. That what you did with the audience with it was great. So yeah, I'd give it a 9.
Oh, brilliant. Thanks very much.
It's another high score. Sammy, have you got enough abacus for all these numbers?
Well, it's just been the end of the 16 Days of Action campaign, Evelyn. I really enjoyed that poem, enjoyed it as in that at the end, just to, because I'm heavily involved with that, doing here and there. So anyway, well done. Your time was 35 seconds, but as I say, it was like, for me, at the end, absolutely wonderful. And your high score again is 25 for that. Brilliant.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant. Okay, so I think, right, that's the end of round 2. Only 3 poets can go into the final. So what we're going to do is, while Sammy's got to do some maths here, and we'll just be announcing the 3 poets who will all do one more poem each, and the winner will be going to the Scottish finals at the Panopticon in February the 14th or 15th. I'll just double check that. I'll give you a head. I'll tell you when that is in a minute. But it's the Poetry Slam Championships, and we've had a few winners on this show that have went on and won the Scottish finals. They went to Paris to play in the World Finals. We've had poets that have went to Latin America, Africa. It's a start into something else if somebody wins this tonight. So everybody's been brilliant though. So we're going to find out who the 3 are. But let's go and speak to last year's winner while we're counting it up. We have a special guest joining us. It's all the way from Dundee, the urban Dundee street poet, Mark Richardson. How's it going, mate?
How you doing? Good, mate, good. I just want to say, all these poets tonight have been amazing. I really like it. I don't envy the judges. You actually mentioned being a judge, but I didn't really feel like I'd be a good judge because I'm too indecisive when it comes to pottery and that. So I don't envy the judges because everyone's been brilliant. So yeah, good luck to everyone. So it's going to be a really hard call, but yeah, that's it. Well, all I'm saying
they've already made their scores. So the
yeah,
person
done, but yeah, it's so close. It's really close for a lot of them. So yeah, I don't envy the judges.
It's very close. Mark, you won the You Call That Radio's Poetry Slam last year. Tell us what it was like going into the finals at the Panopticon.
Well, actually, it was a bit. I wasn't actually that nervous. I've been more nervous at like open mics for some reason. Maybe it was just a big venue and that, and just the vibe of the place. I don't know. I didn't really know many people there, which is maybe a good thing sometimes. So like, I was kind of just on my own. I actually knew the winner. I went Biff, so I went in with him. But other than that, I didn't really know anyone. So it was just like I was a stranger there because it was more like, I think it was more like Glasgow-based poets sort of around there and that sort of most Cernal belt sort of. So there wasn't. There was one guy for Aberdeen and me for Dundee. And I think the rest were like that sort of West Coast sort of. So yeah. But I think there was 10 poets. What?
Sorry about that.
What happened there?
It was alright. It was a video started playing.
Are you on my back?
No,
right,
sorry,
okay. Right, okay.
Continue,
yeah,
it was my mistake.
Right. Yeah, I think there was 10 finally. There was 10 poets in. I think it came about halfway. Overall, everyone does 2 poems and then. So my first poem, my poem about psoriasis, that actually got about the best audience reaction of the night. If it was judged just on that one poem, I could have easily won it. But so my first poem was really got a really high score. My second poem brought me. I think it was a bit hard hitting for some of the judges, didn't I can, but I was a bit my psychotic neighbour, so maybe I don't know, but it wasn't quite as well received, so that brought the score down. But overall, it was really, even just after the reaction I got from my first poem, I was like buzzing for like weeks after, and it inspired me to write about another 3 or 4 like performance pieces that I'm still performing. Yeah, because sometimes as a poet you get a bit like stagnant and you sometimes feel like you're performing the same poems at gigs or open mics and that. So now I've got, since that, and it was in February of this year, so since then I've wrote about 4, I think they're good poems for performing there that have really sort of gave us a new lease of life. So yeah, because I'm happy if I write 4 or 5 poems a year for performing. So I've got quite a backlog for it. But sometimes it's good just to bring some new ones to the front. But overall, yeah,
also you've been hosting your Partners in Rhyme night with Rana as well, and that must be good. So
yeah.
We've got time for a quick poem, Mark, if you would do us the honour of giving us a quick one, and then we'll go back and we'll find out who's in the final.
Right. So I'm going to do my poem about cyclists. So this is inspired by like a psychotic cyclist on a shared cycling footpath. He was like lycra clad head to toe. I assume he was like middle class cunt. So he was going about 40 miles an hour, well maybe 20 on the path, like just shouting to everybody to move, just about hit a few people there. He was well at a group of 5 other cyclists. And it's just about cyclists in general, about just how motorists don't like them. It's tongue in cheek and it obviously draws heavy on stereotypes. So it's just a bit of fun. Know if you're a cyclist though. It's called On Your Bike. I'm going to stand up because I like to be expressional. On your bike. Forget your highway code. We are lords upon these roads. 2 abreast we travel, blocking Arctic loads. Doesn't he use the cycle path because he's a fucking psychopath? Behind him is a tailback for 1.5 miles. Only these professional types think they have the right to block the main road when there's a cycle lane in sight. As he's such a likely prick because he's parking micro dick. Cunt goes out his way to get an Aberdeen's wick. I didn't even drive, but just to see these types thrive. Never on their own, hunting packs of 45. 17 abreast, mate. You've not even sat a test. On the country road, you're nothing but a pest. You see them in Milan. I've saw them on the Autobahn. Spain, Belgium, Greece, and the Isle of fucking Man. Yeah, I ken the sorts that pull on the lycra shorts a weekend with the chaps, exclusive ski resorts. I'm going to take a stance. Blockade the Tour de France. Ban cyclists for every road. Give the motorists a chance. Give the working class a snub in the cosy Highland pub. Cut their fucking teeth down the Bulletin Club. Now, then I get us wrong, because I've got a mountain bike and I'll ride on the road anytime I like. But the difference between you and me is obvious to see, because I'm a some cunt. You're a cunt times 3. If I'm on a shared path, I'll let pedestrians pass. But when it comes to you, mate, no, you just knock them on their arse. Bairns and prams, mums and great-grands, nobody is safe in the lycra-clad gang. Smarmy and smug, this upper-class thug, a condescending look etched upon his mug. Pure dead rude, with a bad attitude, this eco-friendly travel does bear herding and good. They may cause a road rage, and they'll bet my fucking wage. The number one culprit, well, he's a bloke of middle age, meets with the club, 9 o'clock at the hub. But 10:15, he's left a trail of blood, 3 dogs dead, split a baby's head, knocked an old man right in a flower bed, with an arrogant sneer, he'll no steer clear, all on his bike to install sheer fear, to terrorise the masses, everyone he passes, pair of lycra briefs and wrap-around glasses, like a pirate in Venice. You're nothing but a menace, causing pure havoc on the way to play tennis. We a wheel and a spoke, running our folk, memories of sheer terror and mind you evoke. A stinger should be deployed to send you to the void. Fuck all the day with me though, mate. As for all these people, you've annoyed. Thank you.
Brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. Mark, the champion, last year's champion.
Yeah, so happy to pass title over to the next champion.
Well, it doesn't matter if you're happy, mate. You've got to pass the title on.
Exactly. Yeah, we're on to. Yeah, so I'm.
You get to choose whether to be happy or not. But you've been the best poet in the universe for him.
And I've got a few of my mates. A few of my mates are actually performing in this, so I know I know three of them really well. So I'm happy for anyone to win it. So may the best poet win. All the best.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's everybody has been absolutely brilliant tonight, and it's worth mentioning that don't be disheartened if you don't get into the final here tonight, because everybody's been brilliant, and at the end of the day, there's a lot of luck involved, a lot of it's just timing. It doesn't really make sense. Jim Monaghan, you can maybe explain to us what happened. Why do people win? Why do some people win and some people don't?
It's difficult to tell. A lot of it's just on the night. You know, you always feel a wee bit guilty as a judge, because there's sometimes you'll come up, you'll find the threes in the final, not the three that you thought were the best or whatever. And people surprise you as well. You know, you have this kind of thing at the start that sometimes you've thought in the first round who you think are clearly the best poets, and then people from the first round then surprise you in the second round and all that stuff. So I think it's kind of it's a difficult thing to do, a slam, but there is a way, there is a method that I have to win a slam if you get to the final, right? There's a way to do it, right? And the first thing to do.
No. We'll do this. We shouldn't do this right before the poets decide their final.
Oh yes, of course, because I'd give them a clue, wouldn't I?
Yeah, you'd give them a clue, aye.
Yeah, I'll tell you at the end the method of winning us. I've won many slams over the years, and I stopped doing them and I stopped winning them because I'm a crabby old bastard and I hate getting into things that I don't win. But I won many over the years, and I'll tell you the secret later.
Yeah, we'll do the secret later on, because at this stage we're just about. Let's just announce who's going to the final, and then we can have a chat, get them while they're getting ready. So let's go to Sammy. Sammy, can you let us know who the top three are?
Absolutely.
We don't need to know the scores, because then the scores are meaningless. Really.
No, it was closer, Mark.
It was close. Well, tell us the scores for the top three.
Right, okay. It was good to hear Mark there. Well done, Mark. It's good to see you, pal. Excellent. And as you say, this is you just holding on to the title for just another wee, 20 minutes or so. But the scores are...
Same with you.
Well, we do it in reverse. So going through to the You Call That Radio Poetry Slam tonight, the final are Suzy with 46.9, Emma with 47.6, and Victoria with 50.1.
Amazing. Okay, so
high scores, mate.
So Victoria, Emma, Claire,
and Suzy.
Okay, let's
and Suzy.
Right, okay. So Suzy's driving. Well, you know what?
Okay,
it's a good look. It's a good look for a poet. Congratulations to everyone who's got the final. We'll spin the wheel to make it fair. We're going to spin the wheel again.
And well done, everybody, Mark, because they were absolutely brilliant, and it was high scores, and it was a close one.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
and Wendy, where's Wendy? Is Wendy here? Yes, Wendy. What advice would you give to anybody who didn't get through the finals, just so that they're not going away feeling sad or disappointed?
I would say do not try and change your voice. In fact, lean into your own voice more. Don't think that you have to be you have to write a more slam-worthy poem. You don't. You just have to keep doing what you're doing and doing it well, and don't be disheartened because of all the reasons we know about slams. It can just be your luck on the night.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so we are going to have a little break just in case any of the judges need a pee. So we're going to go to another Poetry Slam Scottish champion. This is Hamish McDonald. He performed this live at a Friction Bun Supper, I think in 2023 or 2022, I can't remember. But we're going to watch this, and we'll be back in 2 minutes for our 3 finalists to see the best poet in the universe.
He's in the fish pan. Oh, geez, I had up fill it for your dish, man. And an Arbro smoky, and a couple of flukies. Oh, 2 bits of lemon sole and a bit of mackerel. But I don't like the way that big cod seed's looking at me. So, Mr. Fishman, how much is that, my man? That's £23.45, mate. There you go. £23.45, Fishman. You're ripping the pish, Fishman. That works out at £3.35 a fucking Fishman. Fishman. The Fishman's furious. He's turning blue in the face. He says, do you think it's me that sets the fucking prices? I says, we take some back, mate. He says, get to fuck, mate. I've handled all your fish and I've wrapped them up, fud. I goes, you bastard. It's daylight robbery. He grabs a conger, he only starts to clobber me. He hits me a wallop. I land in the scallops. And I don't like the way that big cod's he's looking at me. The Fishman's mental. He's a fucking psycho. He blinds me in the eyes with Ruscaline. He gets me on the deck. He hits me with a hake and slaps me in the coupon with a turbot, a pickled herring, a slimy sea bream, assaulted with a salted ling by a sick psychotic sociopath. Free pitting weem, I'm lying on the deck, he doesn't give a fuck, he gets into his van and drives away. I'm lying there pulverised, I'm totally traumatised, and I'm wobbling like a great big jellyfish. I'm walking down the road, psychotic episode, everywhere I look I'm seeing fish, 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 fish. I see pedestrians, they're aquafabians, and my hands and feet are turning into flukies. I see a polis, his head's an octopus, and there's a bunch of fucking lobsters in the bookies. I'm having nightmares, I'm having fright scares, I'm being haunted by a great big wide-eyed cod, an ugly pollock, an evil monkfish, a slap in the balls and a heat but for a halibut. I'm growing scales and gills, I'm on prescription pills, and they've locked me in a psychiatric unit. I'm ichthyophobic, they've diagnosed it. That means I fear a fish, and my battering for the Fishman has exposed it. I've had a breakdown, complete neurosis. Now they're trying to find a way to cure my fish psychosis. They're giving me treatment, they're giving me counselling to find a way to live with my condition. I'm making progress, reduced anxiety, and I'm weaning my way off my medication. I'm back in the community. It's an opportunity to live my life without the fear of fish. I'm walking down the road. I see a vehicle. It looks familiar. Here comes the Fishman. He's in the fish van. Fuck this, I'm going vegan.
That's Hamish McDonald from the Friction Bun Supper. Hamish McDonald with the famous fish van poem. And yeah, I'll put it on the screen. We have no adverts, no sponsors, no funding. Not that we'd get any adverts or sponsors or funding anyway with the amount of F-bombs we have had tonight. But thanks to the Patreon to support the show. It wouldn't be possible without them at patreon.com/you call that radio. Thank you to everyone for the support this year. The reason that we didn't let Jim give his secrets is because we could have did it at the start, Jim. We could have done it at the start, right? The reason I didn't want to do it now is because we've got a final now, and I've only ever won one slam in my life, and after about 10 fails, and it was because I did a poem called "I Have Never Won a Slam," and it was also working class versus middle class. and I was in the final, so I was going to win anyway. So, but when
Was
I went,
was I a judge? Was I a judge that night?
I don't know what it was. I can't remember, but it was nice and sleazy. I think if I remember rightly.
It was sleazy or broadcast or something like that way, innit? It definitely was, yeah.
And so I won that one, and I feel like I kind of won that just because. I mean, I won it with my Musselburgh accent as a muscle relaxing poem in the final. So it wasn't very serious, but I got
that one's overrated, you know.
So I got into the final.
By
I
you.
was in the Scottish finals, and there was somebody on before me, and they made me change my tactic. So, and I changed my tactic, and I think I lost as a result. He did a funny one, so I tried to do a serious one because I didn't want to be on after it. So I feel like our duty as hosts and judges is not to put people off their game plan. Stick to the game plan you've got, because you regret not. I think you regret changing it at the last minute rather than doing anything fancy.
Yeah, definitely.
So we've got Martin Windebank back in here. We got Wendy back in here. We got Sammy is back in here. And
Majiko's here, Mark.
Majiko, let's get shout outs to Majiko.
Yes,
No,
guys.
wait, age? Wait, can you just confirm Majiko's age?
21 years old and still going strong. Yeah.
Incredible.
Got her when she was 12, Mark, for the cat's protection. I've had her 9.5 years.
Shout outs to Majiko. A lucky cat. That means there should be some high scores. If Majiko's turned up, then it should be a high scoring final. And let's get Emma Claire back on. Let's get Victoria back on. And let's get, where is Susie's gone? Oh no, she was driving. Let's spin the wheel and hope it's not Susie. Well, that's all we can do. That's all we can do. So let's spin the wheel and find out who is first.
Spin the wheel of poetry. It's the final. Who is going first?
MC. It's MC. It's Emma Claire. And Susie is back.
Majiko, we need to get the timer on, Majiko.
Get the timer on. It's the first final tonight. So just to fill everybody, if you're just joining us, we're having the best poet in the universe. Did you like that, Jim? That added verse with a different font?
That's excellent.
Yeah, it's really good writing there, isn't it?
Yeah, you're so clever.
I know, quite good, isn't it? I'd be all right if it was a university slam. Do you like my barcode as well? I don't know if anyone's got a phone on them, but if somebody's got, could somebody check that barcode and see if it works?
That's a QR code.
That's a QR code, right? Okay, fuck's sake. Getting correct with the technology by Jim.
A barcode's got fucking bars in it, you know.
Okay, if everyone could mute their mics, it's final. Everybody, if you're just joining us, it's you call it radio. Best poet in the universe. Our previous winner, Mark Richardson, is passing on the torch to one of these three poets. We have Emma Claire, Susie, and Victoria. They're going to do one poem each, and the highest score will win Best Poet in the Universe and go to the Scottish finals. So let's go, Emma Claire, MC, take it away.
This is called water sports. In the morning, check the weather, pack the car and drive to the seaside. Hands splash and grasp and climb, a small body on top of float, bright blue swim jacket keeping warm, keeping forward in the water to help with swimming, wobbly legs push up to standing on the inflated plastic thing never meant for this task. As eyes shine, mouth wide with joy, shouting, "Mummy, catch me," and Mummy says, "I will, I'm here." Further over, feet splash and kick and climb, a small frame on top of board, fluorescent orange life jacket keeping warm, keeping safe in the water to help with paddling, eager arms guiding oars from one side to the other, inefficient and streaming water all over as eyes laugh, mouth wide with excitement, shouting, "Daddy, watch me," and Daddy says, "I will, I'm here." Further still, yet somehow not far, fingers grip and shiver and clench. A small shape on top of boat, dirty, wet flotation device keeping warm, or maybe not, keeping hope of safety, keeping form. Arms and legs held tight and close, stomach empty, body willing the shore to be near, willing life to ever be more than waves and sky and fear, as eyes stare, mouth shut with pain, shouting, or maybe not. And did anyone check the weather? Check the sky. Is a mummy or a daddy or an uncle or a neighbor nearby, or were they left behind? Tucking a child into a boat with nothing but hope and the conviction that surviving that journey across the sea was somehow more likely than staying in their current reality. For every member of government, every person in authority, every loudmouth suggesting these people should not have come, may they play for a day with their children in the waves, just out of safety, just out of reach, and feel the fibers of their souls disintegrating at the slightest inkling that their child may be in danger, at risk, and not play to understand that no one is fucking around when they put their child on a life raft to send them away. That the shore they aim for holds more than the chance to scam a system. And the waters they cross may touch the same as those on vacation, where families play water sports, lathered in sun lotion, somehow not far from souls seeking asylum. Families folded with sandy feet and hair and blankets, small clumps packed into cars, cozy love, keeping warm, keeping full in the belly and the heart and the memory, alongside the tired sighs and evening waves, as heads turn, mouths wide with indifference to the sounds of children and women and men calling, "Someone, help us," praying for anyone to say, "I will, I'm here." Thank you.
Wow. It's very clever what you did. You know, I think the first two poems, you know, you did jump between the sort of fear and the kind of, you know, the mood, the emotion of it. You're kind of jumping between sort of dark, heavy fear, and then the kind of like it was the light side, and you were playing with that. And here you've taken it to a sort of different level. Because I was just imagining like going on the loch one day, you know, like and it starts getting the weather gets bad, and you're kind of like with your family, and you're like, oh man, should have really looked at the weather, you know, because you're trying to get back and you're like scared. But it's nothing compared to what people put themselves through at the chance of some safety at the other end, you know. I mean, I've heard of a lot of stories like this. We get more and more, you know. I mean, just me as living in Scotland, I've come across a few stories of like people fleeing from other countries to try and get here, or, you know, I mean, even back, I mean, I don't know, I was going to say this, but like back, I was in Morocco like a good few number of years ago. I mean, maybe a couple of decades ago, and I always remember we're driving along the motorway, and I was looking out, and I could just see this sort of shanty. I don't know, it was like a town. It was all these little shacks made of like corrugated iron, and every one of them had a satellite dish on top of it. Out in the desert, motorway, like people with like really very little, you know, and they've all got a satellite dish. They're all getting a perspective of like the Western world and stuff like that, and you're wondering what how would you interpret that, you know? Just be able to like flick through the channels, and that's where you are, you know. And that's just this one case of it. I mean, there's a lot, you know, that the world's going through, putting people out, you know, kicking people out the door, and all of this. It's a heavy subject. But
could we get a score? Sorry, Martin.
Sorry. I'm kind of
sorry,
just,
man. I know. It's just
sorry,
I know how you do it.
Those waffles a wee bit, you know. But I do.
We love your toasted waffles. It's just
yeah. I understand. I could go on about it, but you know, just the whole thing. I was impressed by it, especially the flip when you suddenly realised what you're talking about. So yeah, a 9.3.
9.3, very high score going into the final. Remember, all the scores from the previous poems don't count. We're back to the beginning again. So we start from 0, and it's 9.3 for MC Emma Claire and Jim.
Yeah, really powerful imagery. It's easy to forget that, you know, how the different aspect of beaches and how we use beaches and what they mean to people. I think everybody probably remembers that wee boy on the beach in Greece, but probably most people forget his name. I think somebody's got a poem about that, actually, remembering his name. So yeah, really powerful. Really, again, really well constructed. You put a lot of work into your poems, and I like to see that. I don't like it. I always hate when you turn up at a thing and somebody says, I wrote this in the bus on the way here. I think like poems take a lot longer than that. They need a lot more consideration. Great use of words, brilliant use of the word current, I thought was especially stuck right out. And 7.5, I think.
Wow.
7.5. The song that the poem you were trying to was Ghosts by the Mickey Nines. And
no, it was actually a poem at a slam somebody did once, and it was about a wee boy called Alan someone. He died on a beach in Greece.
Mahayadin. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but that's the one I think you might be referring to. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. My poem, my memory. I wasn't at the slam that you were at. I thought you were talking about the Mickey Nine song. That's what I mean. Doesn't matter. Of course, the situation matters. Okay, so let's. What was the score there, Jim?
7.5.
7.5, and Wendy.
Yeah, that was a very impressive poem. I just expected it to be a kind of personal story, and then it kind of opened out into just making us think about asylum seekers and migrants and the perils of making those journeys, and it kind of makes you think about being a middle class parent trying to look after your child in the sea, but actually for people that the dangers are so much greater of just not even maybe surviving the journey across the sea and across different nations and borders. So it was really, really thought-provoking. Really, really powerful. 8.5?
8.5. Sammy.
Wow. That was absolutely amazing, Emma. And your time there, I would say, was 3 minutes exactly. And
are you sure 3 minutes? Do we need to go to a VAR decision here? Okay,
it was 3 minutes.
3 minutes, bang on. That's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Right.
That's what you call using your time. Jim, did you say earlier on that you need to use your time?
Yeah, use your time. Use your time to the best of your ability.
Don't go 1 second over. So Emma Claire has used her time to perfection there. What's the final scores on the doors?
The final score is 25.3.
25.3. It's a
amazing, really, Emma.
A great start to the final. So well done, Emma Claire. And we're going to spin the wheel. Let's spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel for the final of the You Call That Radio Slam Poetry. Here we go. Spin the wheel, Mark.
Apparently, if I say clip it, the robots will clip that bit. So we'll try that for the first time.
Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel of poetry. Who's coming next? Don't let it be Suzy, because she might be in a fix.
It's Suzy. And Suzy is travelling far, and may or may not have internet. Let's just see how Suzy's getting on.
I'm here.
You're here. Okay, you're back.
Okay, I got started. Sorry to worry you. Yeah, can you hear me all okay?
I can hear you. Yep. Just stay where you are. I think you've got a good bit.
Good.
So you can start after the gong. I forgot I had a gong sound effect, so I should have been using this a bit. Okay. So your 3 minutes starts after the gong.
Okay. So this poem is called What is Happiness? Have you seen my soul? It's been missing for a while now. I think I saw it last at the 3/4 point of the Captain Morgan boss. Or maybe I lost it around my 75th lover. Perhaps it's been missing even longer. Was it when I gave up the hope of ever being a mother? Was it when lying around smoking seemed inconsequential? Was it when I chose to write down or shove down my fears instead of talking about them? It gets cold sometime, knowing it's not so easy to talk to my higher self or my inner child anymore. There's something blocking me from opening the Bootsudan door. There's a heck of a lot of answers I don't have answers. A heck of a lot of questions I don't have answers to. This little question really isn't anything new. But what is happiness anyway? And what can it be compared to? Is it the ability to tell passers-by, the sense to laugh at a funny guy, to shrug off a rough guffaw, to wake up each morning thinking, I get to live another day on this planet, and not, why do I have to live another day? Damn it. To stop comparing yourself to me and Mr. Jones, because we all want to be big stars, but we got different reasons for that. Everyone wants to pass as cats. Nobody really knows where it's at. Is it when the laughs and the smiles outweigh the sadness, when your insides stop feeling like they're being eaten? Is it when peace resides where once there was madness, when you stop feeling the universe once you're beaten? When you stand up for yourself and your ethics and your rights, when you realize some things are worth the fight. End of the darkening, and your soul rises blazing a light, and Kundalini rises, ready to take flight. Yet with this rush comes a balance, and knowing that these feelings are going a merry path towards tides free flowing, that sadness arrives like an unexpected house guest, whom if welcomed, acknowledged, and respected, will impart wisdom and lessons to grow to your best. Happiness lies deep within your chest. Connect to third eye, perceive the true I, and realize it's okay to say goodbye.
Wow, that was at first I was kind of worried it was because it was it was sad, you know, and I was like, is it going to just keep going? This, but then you had it was like about saying goodbye to your sadness.
Mm.
Yeah, it was really beautiful. So yeah, that was great. And again, the flow and your words and everything like that, you know, you've got a really good way to write poetry. And I think it's like for me, that's like more like what I don't know, in a sense of what poetry is, like a flow, and it's like a kind of like dancing words and things like this. So I really enjoyed it. Thanks very much. It's obviously something that we can all relate to, you know. That's kind of like the big emotions and all the sort of trials and tribulations we have with those. But as for a score, because the score would be 9.
Thank you.
A 9, another high score. It's the final. It's the final of the final to find out who the best poet in the universe is. Suzy starting with a 9, starting strong. Let's go to Jim.
Yeah, that was excellent, Suzy. Great subject, really well delivered. Great use of rhyme as well. You know, rhyme's important. I mean, it's sometimes it isn't. There's great poems that don't rhyme and all that stuff, but when you can use rhyme, when it's no forced rhyme and it's used well and it's relevant to the story, it's really good at that. You know that. It's tough for a score. It's tough. It's tough because you know it's really high standard tonight, and I feel that you made a slight there was a wee slight blip in there. So that's always the thing about slams. I know that you've been running about doing things at the same time, so it's difficult, but you should always rehearse and always have it bang on for the slam. So I'll give it 7.3, I think.
0.3, and let's go to Wendy. Oh, sorry, Wendy, I think I've muted you. You've muted yourself, Wendy.
Yeah, great stuff. I like poetry as a kind of philosophical inquiry. I like that as a starting point, you know, what is happiness? Yeah, and I thought the way that you executed it was lovely. There was some brilliant rhymes. I liked the surprise of it was about when the sadness leaves. That was lovely. And I like the line "Sadness arrives like an unexpected house guest." There's a lot of really great lines in it. I'll give that an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. High scores, Sammy.
Very high scores.
Do you need a spare? Do you need an extra calculator? Or
No,
are you
no.
okay?
Do you know what, Mark? I was just so glad that Suzy was able to get to a location to deliver that excellent poem. Well done, Suzy. Amazing. And we're so glad that you were able to get there. Do you know what I mean? Because we were worried there, Mark. Let's not pretend. We were worried. But she smashed it. And Suzy's time was 2 minutes 32. And her score is 24.3 total.
24.3. Amazing stuff.
Yeah.
And we have one more poet, but we're going to spin the wheel for the last time of the night anyway. We will spin it. We'll spin the wheel. We'll see who it is.
Spin the wheel of poetry. I know who is coming next. It's Victoria. Of course there is.
Victoria McNulty is next.
I know. Yeah, Victoria.
Welcome back, Victoria McNulty. Your time starts after the gong.
Dead Clydeside. There stands two sun-baked magpies on a suspension bridge somewhere between Govan and a ferryman. Legend has it he patrols these waters in orange overalls with a face overhauled by the bones of some body that he's dredged out of the wharf. The wave dance a murky irreverence, flotsam genuflecting on the riverbank. You see, great vessels were built here. They carried slaves for the Congo, tea stolen for Sri Lanka and China, and in later years the unions flushed a Leninist dread. The alienated stormed the cloisters, the working class died with men like them. And now this lonely ship sails, oars splashing a paddle as the penthouses stone this ostentatious gleam to attention. Icarus leans over the edge. He imagines his torso smashing on the silver foamscape below, and he remembers how he doesn't even have 2 pennies for that crossing. Thank you.
Brilliant stuff, Victoria McNulty. Let's go to Martin. What have you got to say about it, Martin?
It's beautiful. Just stunning, man. Just like like the references to older times, I guess, and the I don't know, just the way you phrase things, and it's just each thing. I just think, oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. You know, like the imagery. It's just like you're seeing you can see it in your head vividly, and it's a sort of transportation to like another realm or something. You know, and I'm just imagining this guy. You know, and I think like that kind of lost art of, like you say, just the past, you know, and the history in there, and the deep kind of fabric woven in, you know, it's like, it's fantastic. Yeah, a 9.5.
Thank you.
9.5. Jim Monaghan, what you got to say about it?
Yeah, that was wonderful. It was the use of Dead Clydeside, with the reference to Dead Clydeside. The guy you're talking about, whose name I can't remember, who patrols the river for the people who have flung themselves in, and just the use of the mythology as well, Icarus and the ferryman and all that stuff. Just absolutely wonderful way you weaved all those things together into something that's hard hitting that we can see now. And yeah, that's wonderful. Great top poetry. 8.
Thank you.
An 8 from Jim Monaghan. Unheard of stuff going, incredible scenes here. Wendy, would you like to tell us what you thought?
Amazing impact. Just the weaving together of everything. Thinking about the Clydeside and the ferryman and the shipbuilding and the slavery, but also the way that you unpick it and the way that you unpick some of the mythology and weave it all together. And just your unique voice, I think, Victoria, has to be celebrated. There's nobody like you. I think you've just got such a unique voice and spirit. and power. So yeah, 9 out of 10.
Thank you.
A 9 out of 10. So Sammy, could you just give us a what we'll do is we're just going to, in fact, you might as well just tell us the scores, I suppose. We'll just do the final, we'll just announce it. Okay.
Amazing, Victoria. Amazing.
Okay.
Wonderful.
So let's just
we
get
have
everybody, let's get everybody on the screen.
Let's get everybody in.
Get on
What
the
an
final.
amazing final, Mark. What an amazing night, by the way, for your work's night out, pal. I'll tell
Yeah,
you.
this is my Christmas works night out. I live in the middle of nowhere with no pals, so this is my night out. So thank you for everyone for coming to my Christmas works night out. I appreciate you. All the
Thanks for
poets,
inviting
everyone
us,
tuned
Mark.
in.
It's been
It's
brilliant.
not all about me though. It's not all about me.
Been a wonderful night out, Mark. Thanks very much for inviting me to keep the scores and the times. And I think every day has been amazing. And as usual, the quality was off the scale, man. And with the scores just in, Majiko, she says, I'm all day the scores. So Suzy got 24.3. Emma.
Hold on. I missed. Suzy.
Well, I say it again.
Yeah, no, it's done. Suzy's done, yeah.
Right, Suzy, 24.3. Emma, 25.3. And taking the You Call That Radio Slam Poetry finalist, who's won tonight, is Victoria with 26.5.
Well done. Congratulations. Shout outs to Emma Clare. Fantastic. It's the first time I've seen Emma Clare perform. Well done, Emma Clare. MC, have you got anything coming up that nothing coming up that we should be aware of? Or how can people follow you on Instagram? Or anything?
EMC Brightlyn is my handle on Instagram. And I will have a couple of things coming up in the new year, but I can't talk about them yet.
Oh, exciting. Secret information. Thank you very much, Emma Clare. Loved all your poems. Superb. Thank you. Suzy Berry, who has been on the Poetry Slam before, but I would say you've improved so much and you absolutely smashed it tonight, even in the middle of driving your car around various parts of the country. Well done, Suzy. Have you got anything you want to shout? Oh, you've got your own business. You want to shout out anything? You got anything to plug?
Yeah, so I've been continuing to run Serene Senses doing holistic therapies. If you like the sound of my voice tonight, I've got tons of guided meditations on YouTube. You can stick them on before you go to bed. Just go to Serene Senses, Suzy Berry, and you can find me on there. And the reason I'm was running about is because I'm here at the Circus Club, so I'm training for more fire dancing, and hopefully if you want to see me play with fire at some point, get in touch with me. So.
You were certainly playing with fire with the internet reception. But you were brought. No,
it's been more nerve-wracking not being sure whether or not I was going to get to perform than it was to play with fire for bonfires.
No, you're absolutely brilliant. And I'll check out the meditations because I've not been sleeping well with this, so I will check out the meditations. Thank you very much, Suzy, and fantastic performance tonight. And the champion, the best poet in the universe for the next year is Victoria McNulty. Congratulations. What have you got coming up, Victoria?
Have
you got any words?
What's that? Sorry, Mark.
Have you got any words you would like to say? A celebration speech, is that the right word?
Hi, just thank you for having me, and thanks for being everybody that performed tonight. I really loved being part of it. I've not been gigging so much or doing things, so it's been really lovely to be part of something so good, and the poems were all amazing, so it's great. I feel dead inspired.
And we're going to just check when the Scottish Slam finals is. But I
Right.
think it's February the 14th. Let me just double check that though. Scottish Slap. Have you got another poem you would do for us, Victoria, as a victory lap?
Aye, I could think of something.
Yeah, that'd be great. Because I was wanting to wrap up to watch the end of the Celtic game, but I don't think I want to watch that. Unbelievable.
No spoilers.
Right. It looks spoiled to me. Anyway. But anyway, this isn't about football. This is about country.
Just seen it.
God.
I'm actually going to do a poem about football. I can't stomach it now, man.
Aye, it was 1-0 the whole and I turned away from
Shush, I'm going to watch all of it.
Right, okay, let's just...
Where's Mark? Where's Mark?
Somebody scores a goal. That's always spoiler tonight. Is it somebody scores a goal? There might be other goals after that. I don't know. Here, but it's live. It's live. It's my Christmas night out. Still time. Okay. So, Victoria McNulty, obviously, legendary poet already, and you boycotted slams. I want to ask this question: why were you boycotting slams until tonight?
Because it just pure stressed me out, and I was like, I just was kind of sick of them, and then because this was online, I thought I'd maybe like to try that again. I've not done a slam in like 7 years or something, 8 years. Yeah. So,
well, it was brilliant to have you on the show, and you were incredible, and it was great to hear. I've not heard any of those poems before, so it was a treat for us all. So yeah, if you want to do a victory lap and give us one more poem, I don't think you can make the Fiction Burns Supper, unfortunately, because we actually did speak about that before. But yeah, for anyone who is free on the 31st of January, Fiction Burns 15th year anniversary.
Can I ask whether it's fiction or friction burns?
Mate, the special theme of this year is the Mandela effect.
Oh wow! Right.
Man. Yeah.
You need to wait and find it. But it's also it's my book launch as well. I've just got a book, by the way. So
Mandela effect, yeah, for sure. Aye.
So yeah, well,
there's two albums.
I'll tell you what. This one, because it's to Scott. It says to Scott, thank you. It's the last one, and the guy wasn't called Scott. So I'm now. This is my book. It's called, and it says to Scott in it. So unless you're called Scott, then you can buy a book after me tonight. If you're called Scott, or if you'd like to own one, Sammy, if you want to buy one and have it says Scott on it, then we could work it out. But yeah, it's sold out. I need to get more for the publisher, so I'm getting none left. But I'm going to launch it properly.
Well done.
Yeah. Anyway, it's not all about me. It's tonight belongs to Victoria McNulty, the best poet in the universe, from now until December 2026, and you will be going to the Scottish finals, I hope.
I will.
Yeah, you're going. I know. Didn't have to leave the house, and you're going to the Panopticon. I'm just going to double check the date while you're doing this poem, and we'll announce that at the end of your poem. But well done, Victoria. Take it away.
Thank you. How to punch. R.I.P. to the Leatham Hill Golf Course. Mud-stuck trainers slunk a wire-cut hole. A burn ribboned with white puckered balls, Dublin as a Sparrow's Bath. I think of you in 501s. You had more cans and clubs. Your life was just Pink Floyd and nae dreams, free labour on youth training schemes. A waster, a Thatcher Wayne. More like a diamond in the rough of some Glasgow Corporation golf course, because nobody told you how to punch. Loved and sun-kissed, sitting with your pals in that endless city of culture summer. A city that was faltered with old queues and shipyards shuttered, want sales and motorways that choked her dry, so I now know why. In that leaf-veined yellow light of the Leatham hillside, you chose to swing your club the other way and hide.
Brilliant stuff, Victoria McNulty. Round of applause.
Wow.
I'm trying to. Oh yeah, you do the noise, thanks. Because I've not got the noise because I'm. Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
Amazing, yeah. Well, what a night it's been, eh? That was some judging.
That's me and Mr. Motivator.
Oh,
With no context. Me dressed in a bin bag with Mr. Motivator with no context. Clip it. I don't know if that works. Let's see if this works. It's still not working. Right. We can confirm it's the Saturday, the 14th of February. So it's at the Panopticon. And I'm just going to put the flyer up on the screen. The Scottish finals. Because obviously, there you go. So it's 1:30 in the afternoon. It's we'll see which winners of the poetry slams across Scotland during the past year compete for the champions title at the whole Britannia. You like that, Victoria? The Britannia Panopticon Music Hall in the Trongate. So yes, that is the 14th of February, 1:30. There is still tickets available if anyone would like to witness the slam poetry in real life.
And it's a brilliant event. The poetry final is always high quality. It's get a ticket if you can. It's always an amazing event.
How do other people get into it? Like the other contestants?
They don't. It's just one. It's just Victoria. She's the best in the universe. She goes it's up an award.
Yeah.
It's an award ceremony more of anything. No, it's all the there's other poetry slams are available.
Oh, yeah?
We're not all on YouTube. Some of them go in the real world. So yeah, all the poetry slam winners in Scotland go to the final in the Panopticon, and then the winner of that goes to Paris to compete in the world finals. And then, I mean, Gordon Powrie, Jim, you might be able to, or Wendy, you might know what is going on with Gordon Powrie. He just seems to be in Africa, or like he's just traveling like South America and stuff.
No idea, but good on him.
Yeah, because he won it here, and then he went to the finals in Paris, and then he's all over the shop now.
And Angie Strachan got to go to represent Europe. She represented Scotland at the World Series in Paris, and then represented Europe at the World Finals in Togo in Africa. And then I think Gordon went to Africa, and I think he also went. He was at Panama, I think, as well.
He went to Mexico, actually. He went to Mexico. Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Gordon is the only person ever to represent Scotland at both poetry and rugby. There you go. He's a rugby international. When he was younger, he was a rugby international for Scotland.
No way. Didn't they know that?
Yeah, that's true. True story.
So, just to wrap it up, Victoria, so you've not been gigging that much, but have you been working on stuff? Is there anything else apart from the Scottish finals that you're going to in February? Is there anything else people can check out? Your Substack, for example, or anything like that?
Yeah, I've got a Substack. I've been just writing a wee bit. I'm also comparing the Federation of Writers Tinsel Tales, or one of the compares of it tomorrow. So that's like a full day of poetry. It starts at 1 o'clock in the Goma. So I'll be attending that. But yeah, I'm getting back into things, to be honest. It's taking my time.
No worries. And the Substack, I'd recommend. And I thought you did a really good piece on the Primal Scream thing, because I was about to do a response to the Primal Scream thing, and then I read your thing and it gave me pause for thought. So it's always a good sign that you're writing something. Jigsaw Tiger says, late to the party, but lovely to hear Victoria at the end. Looking forward to the replay. Stuart, Scottish ticket for the Scottish finals. Epi Mew says, I missed the first round. So I'm looking forward to replaying the slam myself. And congratulations from all over. And amazing stuff from you all. First time with this stuff, so I appreciate it. Shout outs to the Next Gimmick. He did great. And he's sort of, this is hip hop stuff, but he's also got some kind of cross between indie rock and hip hop. He's been sort of sharing some previews of. It sounds really interesting. So thank you to all the poets tonight. Everyone was absolutely amazing. And yeah, thank you to the Patreons to support the show at patreon.com/YouCallThatRadio. Congratulations once again to the best poet in the universe, Victoria McNulty.
Well deserved.
Yeah. Thank you.
All that
some stunning words there. Really beautiful.
Well deserved. It was a very close final. Brilliant stuff. Good luck in the Scottish finals, and You Call That Radio will be back. I don't know when, but thank you for tuning in. Bye.
Cheery.